Hey everybody, welcome back to Crit and Fumble, episode 7. We have an extra special episode for you tonight because it's lucky number 7. That makes it lucky, right?
Was that feedback? What was that?
No, it's me with my music.
That's music. You want feedback?
Wow, you're welcome.
Chaos
so sorry
as usual.
for this.
Yeah, boy.
That was your THX stereo cash.
Anyways,
Too much
it's a
sugar.
really annoying fucking playlist. I thought it would be kind of like moody, but it's actually really pissing me off. Let me just change this real quick. How
Don't blame your tools, Kevin.
Abyssal Passage? Abyssal.
The Abyssal Passage.
Abyssal.
Abysmal. Felt that one.
Yeah.
Abysmal.
Ooh, it's nice. It's nice. Shh, everybody shut up.
Garage.
Everyone just sit and enjoy the background music.
Yeah.
Hit it.
Oh, yeah, it's good. All right. Episode 7. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry we missed last week. We all got a little carried away at Tash's birthday party and couldn't make it. But alas, we are here now. And Tash is actually wearing a juicy cardigan. And
peachy.
You're right, it is peachy. Kind of looks like vaginas,
It is juicy.
actually.
Vulvas.
Oh, more like vulvas.
Vulvas.
Vaginas would just be tunnels.
Yeah, just be like a...
About the length
not
of your
even-
middle finger when unaroused.
Okay.
Gavin learns new thing about women all the time.
That explains a lot. Yeah.
You have children.
I do, yeah, that's true. Yes.
Anyway.
Anyways,
Cash,
how's everybody's weekend? It's good.
Yeah.
Chelsea and I did Foam Fest. It
Yeah,
was
we
fun.
did.
Nice.
We like run obstacle courses, sort of like a cute Tough Mudder.
Yeah.
Some of the
Tough
obstacles were
Mudder,
kind of
but
hard, but
yeah.
it's definitely dialed down. It's family friendly.
Sounds pretty obtuse to me.
Is Tash still here?
Said it
huh?
was a
That's-
cute.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. At 7 o'clock, we've been talking and snacking upstairs this whole time. We're in our new space in the co-work office, the little dungeon. We still haven't done any.
Oh, that's a good
Audio.
name for it. The little dungeon. Yay! That's the studio name.
Yeah.
Little dungeon.
Little dungeon.
No, not
Wow.
little. Lil.
Lil.
I'm going to get vinyl. We're going to put it on the window.
Yeah.
Little
Little
dungeon.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love it.
I'll design the lettering for you.
Okay.
Yep.
The lettering.
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 Yeah.
I'll
just
design
mean
fucking lettering for you, all
papyrus.
right?
Nice.
You can print it off in your garage.
Before we get started, I do want to do a tiny little bit of housekeeping. The main one was actually regarding soul shards, and then I heard that Chelsea and Sean had some ideas too. So I will quickly make some clarifications on where I wanted to take it, and then I would love to hear your guys' feedback.
Sounds good.
Are we whispering shards?
So the difference before, I think the biggest thing in the soul shard difference is that when you lose a level of soul shard, so essentially like the amount you have equals your level times 100. So if you're level 10, you should have 1,000. If you go anything below that, before it would affect your ability score, not your modifier, which made it really hard to track. It's like, oh, I have 18, so now my ability score is 17. Does that reduce my actual modifier? It was hard to keep track of. Now it straight up just changes your modifier. So if you're below a threshold, and I say it modifies your con, if your con was 2 plus 2, now it's 1. And it goes down more and more for each level you're below on the soul shard.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
so it'd be a lot easier for us to track. If you're down 1, you're just -1 to that roll. So you don't have to like try
That's
to do the math.
easier.
You just look and you're like, oh, I got
Yeah,
it.
that makes sense.
That's kind of it. I just added more examples in my notes here, but that was the biggest thing. I did adjust the con saves when you're transferring soul shards, but I won't get into that because it sounds like you guys might have some alterations there.
yeah. We had an
Pitch from the
idea
floor.
of a story kind of cost for the player characters to consider, which is you had sort of described in the early days that when we transfer souls, there could be like a transferring of trauma or something like that, like that you kind of give because you're giving a piece of yourself, really. Yeah.
Right.
So if they fail, it could be that they learned some insight of a difficult thing from the giver's backstory.
like a dark past.
Yeah, like you said there. So it's a good way because we were thinking it's a whole group of people who don't want to share.
Yeah.
So that's a good way.
Everyone's very reserved about their,
Yeah.
some of us very expansive backstories.
Yeah.
And so it's a good way, narrative.
I love that.
But it
Okay.
could be
It's like
very
a
cool,
meta
especially
currency,
with
yeah.
like I could see Ophilia down the line maybe sharing with some of the more trusted people, but for instance, Bastion and Mador aren't having a tete-a-tete about, you know, other than,
we had a tete-a-tete.
other than Aaron's beautiful fan fiction, which you can now find on AO3.
I got some Ted out of that guy.
Yeah, you definitely did. But for instance, if there was a soul shard transfer and then all of a sudden Bastion gets some insight on Mador's backstory or vice versa,
Spicy. I like it.
it could be kind of neat.
I love it. Okay, so we'll keep the mechanics the same, but we'll add that. Whereas, like, if it's a failure, it's not optional. Like, you have to give them something.
You have to share a
it.
traumatic thing or a whatever from the backstory.
Yeah, and either like you can prompt like because you have an insight on people's backstories, like prompt the circumstance or like let the players.
Mador's like, this one time these people put some bow ties on my wolves.
I thought for sure the change to all this was going to be if you have dogs, you die.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
Well, that was the other alteration.
We would never take that away from us.
This one time, I went to the doctor. No.
Pro.
Deep.
Wow. Oh, boy.
We're sharing way too much.
No, this is
sharing
all
is
fan-
caring.
Yeah, this is all make-believe, Dwayne. Anyways, let's quickly move on to the question for the night, which I think should be rather spicy and fun. I do need everybody to get me out a D20 because this one has a roll table. Now, normally I go around the table from left to right. Do you guys want to roll to see who goes first, or do you want to like decide? Like, does
I got an 18.
I got a 19.
Should we just do it like initiative?
Yeah, do it initiative. Just leave your numbers up and then you guys figure it out.
Oh, fuck.
I rolled a natural 1.
Wow, last. All right.
Is it initiative like your plus modifier as well? Or just
No,
straight roll?
just straight roll. Yeah, we're just
It's a rust
It's just
roll.
fun.
Yeah.
Not a Mater roll.
Okay, so the question will be interesting. So, does the highest go first, or does the lowest go first?
I think it should be up to the highest.
Let's go. Let's do it. I got 19.
Okay,
Anybody
so
beat
do
that?
you want to go first, or are you going to
let's
decide?
do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
If your character had to seduce a monster to save the party, which one would you choose, and what is your opening line? So, first, before you do that, it's actually two questions. So what's your character's opening line or plan? And then the follow-up to that is what ridiculously unexpected complication pops up mid-seduction?
Dwayne doesn't know the name of monsters. He's screwed.
No. That's what the D20 roll is for. So what was your number?
Oh, okay.
I got 19.
Oh, yes. I was really hoping for this one. You get the gibbering mouther.
I thought I got to choose, which then was going to be Mador.
I've also been called the gibbering mouther. Mador, not me.
Oh, like you get to choose which character.
Well, no, what monster?
Oh, okay, all right.
But no, I can do a gibbering mouther. I know exactly what that is.
Okay. So the opening line, and then what ridiculously unexpected complication pops up mid-seduction.
Wow. There is free porn online, dude. You don't have to come here and
get it from us. Yeah.
Can you please read it in very quiet?
You know what? I would like to change my answer and go last.
We're all so suave in here.
Yeah, exactly.
You new around here?
Yeah, it's like you have a preferred mouth.
All those things work.
The complication is all at once.
Yeah, I love it. I hope so. For those who don't know what a gibbering mouther is, you got to like pause before you hear these answers and bring up the image.
It's like a blob with 63 mouths and tentacles.
Yeah.
And I think the mouths
kind of like a wet
have like
garbage
razor
pile.
blade
So much
teeth in them.
teeth. Yeah.
Bad to me.
Is it on our Discord?
Is there any mouths that don't have teeth?
No, they all do.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So do you have a preferred mouth is the opening
Yeah.
line? And then what ridiculously unexpected complication pops up mid-seduction?
All of them at once.
Wait, all the mouths?
Everything everywhere, all at once.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
beautiful.
that thing's horrifying.
I know.
Are you sure it's gibbering? It might be gibbering, Melder.
It's gibbering.
Is it gibbering?
I thought it was gibbering.
I thought it was gibbering.
How do you ever know?
Like gibberish.
How do you ever know? in
These are
English?
made up words, everybody.
I think it's garbage.
Skeletal.
Yeah.
Skeletal
Yeah.
garbage.
It's a gibbering.
I think it's
a gibbering Melder.
Gibbering, yeah.
All right, who is next up?
I got an 18.
18. Ooh, that was a good one, too.
Damn.
All right, so same question. If you had to save the party and seduce a monster, what would be your opening line, and what ridiculously unexpected complication pops up mid-seduction? Your monster is a gelatinous cube wearing a hat.
So opening line with a gelatinous cube.
Yeah.
Wearing a hat.
You have to seduce it to save the party.
I would imagine that I would just dive right in.
No, nothing. Just no words.
Yeah, yeah,
consent. Just head first.
Yeah.
Well, then you die.
Yeah.
Wet and wild, ready to go.
Yeah. Right.
Nice.
And then
And
the
the complication.
I can't get out.
Nice.
I'm fucking stuck.
Fair.
Beautiful. All right. Who's up next?
Did it taste like green apple or lime? Do you think?
It was
Australia.
Australian
green apple?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Australia.
I don't know about the green
Nye.
apple, but it tasted like Australian.
If anybody's in the
Australian.
Discord that's Australian, please confirm. Moving on.
Like confirm them in the Discord?
Yeah. The
Please
apple.
confirm.
Yeah.
I rolled a one.
I meant
I
the
rolled a
apple
6.
taste.
I rolled a 6.
I rolled a
Six.
15.
You rolled a 15.
Oh, 15. Let me see what your monster is. Oh, this should be interesting. It's very Maidor.
A wolf?
So the opening line for the
Did you
seduction.
say Odin?
Yeah.
The opening line for the seduction of to save the party.
Okay.
An owlbear.
Oh, an owl?
An owl bear.
I think I'd
bear
like.
and an owl.
I think I'd like side roll up to it and just like lean in a little bit, and be like, "So how sharp is that beak?"
Nice.
And then I would like sniff it,
Wow.
Sniff its beak.
any part of it, and and then I'd say like, "I bet I could feather it in there still." Wow! So I'd hit it with the pun as well. I'd hit it with
Nice.
a good pun as well.
A 1, 2, and then the 3 is the thing that goes gets complicated.
The complication is it would take its talons and stick it right through my fucking eyeball and just kill me instantly. I'd be like,
That
too
is-
rough, too rough.
That is a complication.
The complication turns out there's another beak that you can't
Meatloaf.
Yeah, totally. Cacao.
All right, who's up next?
Moi?
All right. What was your number?
6.
6.
That's
oh,
6 en
interesting.
français.
So your seduction of Skoogie to a mind
Wait,
flare.
is it Skoogie or Tash?
Tash, or you know,
A mind
whichever
flare?
mind flare.
So I wouldn't actually say anything. I just have to think something.
Oh, that's true. I mean, maybe you could. Is that what you do?
No.
No, that's cheating.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. I would say something. I would say.
Oh man, look at the tentacles on that guy.
That's what I would say. Wow. So are any of those prehensile?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And what's the complication for Tash?
They're not.
They are in fact prehensile.
They are prehensile.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
They're
And,
intellect
yeah, he would-
devourers.
oh wow, that's a horrible version of it. Yeah, it would probably just like wrap its tentacles around me and then eat my face.
Oh, sweet.
Fun story.
Nice.
Yeah.
Last but not least,
I do got to say, there is a thing with mind flares where they deal with the elder brain, and there's
Yeah.
definitely a way to work that in.
Interesting.
I have an elder brain. I forget things all the time.
Yeah.
last but not least,
Whoa, there's some terrifying.
you had a natural 1.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
wait. 18 and 1
Just
are
use
the same.
just
No.
use, just use 20.
No.
Yeah.
What was the 18?
One is they're both gelatinous cube, but one is I just asked ChatGPT to make
see?
me a roll table.
If it was a gelatinous
lime.
cube, I would
wait,
saunter
wait.
up to it and I'd say, "I see I'm not the only one that's moist here."
Yes, and what's the complication?
The complication is I go to dive in, but Dwayne's already there.
bang heads.
It's no longer moist.
It's so dry in here.
You're not the only one that's gelatinous right now.
boy.
What was 20?
Sorry, I feel like I cheated though.
20 was a lish seeking one last fling. Some of my other favorites was Medusa on a bad hair day, a Minotaur barkeeper, Merfolk bard, a Trent, and a what was the other one that was funny? Let me find it. The Flumph was kind of funny, but not as. Oh, animated suit of armor. I thought would be
That's
good.
Oh, yeah.
Pink flumph.
But you weren't the only one who had a question today.
Oh yes, Dwayne.
What? There's
had a
more.
question.
Yeah,
But wait, there's more.
But
there's-
wait,
Also,
but wait.
don't you get to answer this question because
yeah.
normally you
Well,
answer your
but
own
like-
questions.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, Gavin.
He's already
Fine.
practiced. He has his own table.
No, I actually
of
don't know.
answers.
Oh, it's 18. Let me roll again.
Yeah.
Unless
There's like three of us.
Everybody's in that queue.
I just get in the queue.
Get in the cube. Get in the cube.
18 again. I have to do it.
Yeah.
You gotta do it.
All right.
Anyway, Gavin's in the cube. What are you going to ask?
Yeah, I'm already in there.
Fucking boring.
Gavin was already in there when Dwayne jumped
What was
in.
your pickup line?
Yeah.
I need the pickup line.
Oh, the pickup line is
Cannonball.
Do you come to the rod and gun often?
Yeah. You ever heard of sloppy thirds?
Oh. Damn, now you all die.
Yeah. And then I jump in.
Nice.
Anyway, there was another question.
Another question.
Dwayne asked the question.
My RMT, Robin Fair from
Oh.
so Anam Kara Massage Studios. She asked me. We got talking about D&D, and we were talking about voices and how we bring our voices out. And I'm like, that's easy.
We just talk like us.
Yeah.
Wait.
Give us a taste of this, Dwayne. Show us Cherie.
Sure.
Okay, perfect. Now show
Okay,
us.
and then do
Sue?
Dwayne.
Hey guys.
Now do Chim Chimney.
I don't remember Chim Chimmy. Yeah, I think
Do the little wooden boy.
Oh, that was a good one.
Dave the puppet.
Dave the puppet. Dave the
yeah.
puppet. Oh no! There we go. That's the money.
Beautiful. So what was the
where do
question?
voices
How do
come
we
from?
do our voices?
Where do they come from? Inspiration?
So
Motivation?
Robin was asking. She was asking about like how do we bring our voices out? How do we how do we kind of try to find that for our character, or so I thought that was a very valid question. And as I was driving back from Port Alberni back to Nanaimo, I'm like trying to think of like, well, Cherie would probably have a French accent, and I'm a fucking terrible. Like I don't. It was terrible. It's just
Yeah,
like
you got to be
butchered.
careful with accents.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, for me, I often choose it based on the NPC, but then I will have that problem where it's like, if it's a dwarf, I always feel like it's got to be like a Irish or Scottish or, some sort of dialect of that accent, which I can never do. But I often do practice in the car when I'm driving, just because it's like I'm heading somewhere and I'll talk in the voice, or I'll do it with my kids because they think it's hilarious. And Jess is like, "Would you please shut up?"
Oh, she has a really deep
Wow.
voice.
Is that Jess's voice?
Yeah.
Jesus, you should do her voice.
I mean, she's
I'm
ignorant.
intimidated.
But I think it really depends. There was some of my favorites, and I'm trying to remember what his. I remember it was my favorite, but I actually can't think of his voice now. But it was Cricket when he was a DM, like not when I was playing him as a character, but he was one of my NPCs, and he was like this weird little goblin that loved to collect things, hit trinkets, and he was one of my favorite voices I remember, but I can't think back what it was. And then the other, which I think was my first ever recorded D&D character, was Flintpin Bronzegear, and he was a gnome wizard.
He was great.
He had kind of like a weird, very broken Russian accent.
Yeah.
That was your first recorded voice?
It may have been my first D&D character ever, actually, now that I think about
Really?
it. Because
Like
when we started playing...
In Dwayne's basement?
I DM'd it. Yeah, in Dwayne's basement. Because I DM'd the first bit, and then Rob was like, I'll run a game, and Flintpin was the first one I ever made. So actually,
Right.
that's my first character ever. Yeah.
Cool. I kind of like will find.
So condescending.
No.
cool.
Well, Gavin,
Fantastic.
Story, Gavin.
It's my turn to talk now.
Yeah.
Let me
Wow,
talk.
Ooh, it's me time. I've been thinking about
can
this
I
the whole
tell you what
time.
happened?
You really
was-
checked his prostate on that one.
Can I tell you what happened is you mentioned Russian, and I was like, yeah, Russians are like a hard accent to do. And then I fully ADHD'd off and realized you had stopped talking. You were staring at me, and I was like, oh, fuck. Cool. Yes.
So your brain was like, say cool.
Yeah. I didn't know I said cool until you said it. I was like, oh, God, I've spoken.
Full ADHD blackout.
I just don't know what year it is. Move on. Tash, your turn.
Where do you get your voice from?
I just think things up and I make weird noises.
I've always mimicked voices since I was like a little kid. Like if I hear, I don't know, like one of my parents' friends or something that like talked in a specific voice, I'd try to mimic it or whatever. I just always like accents and tried it. So it's, I don't know how I figure out which one goes with which. I think in this case, it was pretty obvious. I knew I wanted to play a Viking guy. I just watched a bunch of seasons of Vikings and tried to follow that. Benedis Wispa had a big, thick mustache that made me think of a French guy. So it's like, obviously he's got a French accent. Yeah, I don't know though. I don't know where they come from, but I do the same thing. I drive around in my car. Mostly is where I practice. Yeah.
It's a good safe spot.
It's a good safe spot.
Should we?
And I always do I always try to come up with like a catchphrase that can like get me back into.
Oh, me too. That's actually
quick.
that's a good
Yeah.
one. I have a one-liner that like I hear, and then when I say it, I'm like, oh, I got it. Yeah.
What's your one-liner for cricket?
Ooh, I don't have it in front of me, but I bet you if I search my character sheet, I would have it.
You'd have it written down?
Yeah, I might actually have it in my old notes. While you guys are talking, I'll see if I can find it.
Dwayne, your turn.
What for voices?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skip.
He already did.
I honestly, I rarely do a voice, right? So
Yeah.
I have a hard time. I have a hard time with them. So
Yeah.
So I just don't.
What was that fucking Cookie Monster guy? Uzi.
No, you see.
Uzi. Yeah.
Oh my god! When you did it at first, I was like, "Really? You're gonna do that for a whole fucking campaign
season? Yeah.
It's like,
Well, actually, you might not do voices, but you do speak Draconic.
You do.
That's true.
that's
Yeah.
a dialect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
It's a dialect,
That's
but you still have to
invented
do the
language.
And that came out of, that was a classic, like instant classic.
Instant.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I will say you also like soften your tone. Like
Yeah.
Cherie, you've softened your tone for
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
You work
right?
on
So-
inflections very
Yeah.
differently
Yeah.
between. Like, I can tell when you're switching from Dwayne to Cherie.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
I can see the other way around.
Cherie to Dwayne. Cool. Yeah, that is. Who are we with more often? Cool. Yeah.
That was a deep question, actually.
Yeah,
that
it
was
was.
that was deep.
Yeah.
I
Almost
think-
like Russ's exam.
What?
What did you say?
Almost like Russ's exam.
Damn.
Oh boy.
And hopefully just as smooth. Yeah, so I think for me, I do the car thing 100%. Mador has a to get into Mador's character in the car. That's just fucking great.
Oh yeah.
Boom.
I can see that.
Mador right away, no problem. I really pull from a lot of the class war stuff in England that's been going on for years and years and years.
Oh.
So like Mador would definitely be considered to have more of a rich person's accent.
Oh, that like yeah.
So it's
pretentious
a
sort of like-
pretentious kind of
Yeah.
rich person. So Chelsea's totally gapping out again, by the way.
Just thinking about rich people.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite one I've ever done, and I don't even know where it came from, and Chelsea's gonna like this, is Watkins Galdon.
Oh my god, I love Watkins.
But yes, he talks like this, and I just wanted to do something that was like so nice.
I
and
want
just-
some sexual ASMR from Watkins.
Okay, well that ruined that. Well, that's me
The
out
interesting
anyway.
thing about Watkins though is that's not based on any sort of like ethnic.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
every voice I've done is always an ethnic accent. It's
Yeah.
not like a character voice.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind
It's
of the
very
difference
much
there,
a character
right?
voice. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. Like we often like. We're
do you
like,
remember
French is
Watkins?
It's
I
easier
do.
to
Yeah.
do
When
that.
when you ran that one shot.
Yeah.
Killed Margaret.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, with Margaret. So,
Oh, I remember Margaret.
oh, everybody remembers. Oh, we remember
Hi.
Margaret.
Oh, we remember Margaret.
Margaret's out there
We could-
recording her own ASMRs.
Wow, cool. Yeah, I'd say for myself, I try to just like think about what the character would sound like. So like warbles, I really try to be like, what would like someone made of plasma and like liquid sound like? And then so like really like instead of thinking of an accent, like where in my mouth am I talking from? So he's like way at the back and just like, oh yeah, okay. And so his keyword for him is, oh, that is it, and that gets me there.
Gets me there too.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. I sit there at night and I listen to Warble's tracks as an ASMR.
That gets me there.
Oh, you're so powerful.
Are we ever going to play this game?
This is the game. This
Yeah.
is
This is the
we're
game.
playing.
Yeah, and then
Bonus
Bastion I
episode.
struggled with. I'll be honest. He started off as Sean Connery in the first episode. It's like I can't do that. So
Yeah,
generic.
he's a little slappy.
Yeah. So,
Cool.
but that's it. Yeah.
That was a good one. Thank you. What was it?
Robin Fair.
Thank
Robin
you,
Fair.
Robin.
Thank you for the
Thank
tea.
you, Robin.
It's actually a great idea.
need a massage. Give me
To all our listeners out there, if
great.
you have a question, throw it in our Discord. Maybe we'll pick it up as one of the things. Like, give us a
Yeah.
question for
Good
next
idea.
week.
Yeah.
And if you're a listener and you're not on the Discord, go to our website, www. We don't need to add the W's anymore. Critandfumble.com.
Yeah.
And then join our
Internet.
And
Discord.
then join the Discord.
Yeah.
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 Cool.
Cool. Yeah, so
Dwayne can read out the QR code later.
Okay. Should I play intro
Draconic.
music?
Block left, block up.
Let's go.
Everybody shut up.
Adventurers, grab your weapons. But first, kiss your kin. The wilds call, a timeless brawl. Now we roll for initiative. Good and evil fighting for the win. Crit and fumble, critical hit or just a fucking fumble. Cast thine eye on the rolling die. Legends rise on its battle cry. Rumble, crit and fumble, critical hit or just another fumble. War is waged on the table stage. Untold sagas of an ancient age. Crit fumble.
Dun, dun.
Dun,
You
dun.
have to say the dun, dun at the
I
end.
feel like it gets louder every week.
I hope when people are driving in their cars and they listen to that, they do the dun dun with the
I do.
dun, dun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let
Oh,
us
you
know
do?
in the
Nice.
Discord if you do the
Yeah, let
dun
us know.
dun.
Yeah.
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 But more
Let us
importantly,
Discord
post a
in the Discord.
question.
Yeah, Discord's got
And
a lot of
questions.
homework this week, so
Yeah.
Do
how
you
we
dun
know.
dun? What are your questions?
yeah.
Exactly.
Dun dun.
Are you writing fanfic for our characters?
Yes, thank you,
the
Aaron.
If not,
Yeah.
will you?
Phenomenal Aaron.
Yeah.
That was so
Which
good.
I read as a mic check.
It's,
Yeah.
it's
to
true.
some beautifully blushing faces.
Cannot look at Russ right now.
Maybe we could do some.
Well, you weren't looking at me when you would. That doesn't matter.
That's fine.
Oh, boy.
Crit
we should
fumble
do
after hours.
Patreon, but just for
Just
fanfic readings.
I'll happily read it.
I will.
Read by Dwayne.
Yeah.
Sweet. I'll get my best accent out.
For every
Yeah.
that's the $12 a month subscription.
All right, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
So, I just burped. Sorry.
Gross.
Last episode, you guys went through the remaining part of Bloodhearth to meet Ignar. You ran into a couple of the dwarves from the Ironthorn clan. Didn't see them on the way in, though. You do remember you encountered them, but footsteps hints that they are potentially ahead of you. We ended with you walking through the gates of Ignar's forge, and that's where we stopped. So I think the way we'll start, before I describe how this scenario is going to plan out, is I'll read the narrative, and then I will walk you through how we're going to do it. So, the echoes of grinding chains still ring in your ears as steam curls around your ankles. The crucible gate stands open behind you, scarred and blackened from your ordeal. You stand at the threshold of Ignar's Foundry Hall, a massive forge where slag pours from overhead vents and obsidian anvils line the walls. Glowing magma traces sigils across the floor, while quench pipes run along the ceiling and ice veins glint beneath the stone cracks. The Ember Titan has delivered his challenge, his voice still reverberating like roaring bellows. Show me the power that drives those hearts of meat. Convince that fire that you are worthy, or be forged. I'm getting reminder notifications. That was amazing.
Remember, play D&D.
Yeah. Ding, ding.
Great.
Or forge into ash and memory. Molten droplets hiss from Ignar's greatsword as he shifts his stance. The trial is about to begin.
I'm sorry, are we keeping you from something?
Yeah. If you could hurry up, I have to buy groceries tomorrow. Let me just close these.
It's really rude you should put that on Do Not Disturb when you're monologuing.
I'm just going to close these before my wife adds more stuff for me to do tomorrow.
Amazing.
How do I get to it? There we go. Do not disturb. Focus. Thank you, honey, for adding those. Until tomorrow morning, we will ignore it. Good. Okay. Friendly reminder to all of us who play D&D and record it: turn off your focus, or turn on your focus. Anyways, Ignar's there. He's being a badass. The way this is going to happen is it's a battle encounter. I mean, you're fighting Ignar. It's meant to be combat, but there's a catch. It's gladiator style. So you are not fighting as a team. You are fighting individually, and you are being tested based on a couple things, which I'll hint at them. How much damage you do versus he does, how well you use your environment, among some other things. And I will be keeping track of the points. The points as an individual will determine something at the end, and the collective points as the group will determine something. So there's two things: you as an individual and you as a group. At the end, will determine the outcome of what happens. You have 3 rounds. We're just going to go around the table because initiative doesn't matter in this case. I'm going to have Ignar go essentially like back and forth. So we're not going to play one person's 3 rounds. We're all going to do 1 round, then we're all going to do 2 rounds. We're all going to do 3 rounds, right? So go relatively quickly, I think. There is one thing to know ahead of time. If you are knocked unconscious, any points, quotes, that you have accumulated are knocked off the board. You have no points. So don't fall unconscious, whatever you do. The other is there is environmental moments that you can take advantage of, but because they are environmental and Ignar's there, it's not per round, it's once for that round. So let's say Chelsea's character does it, Ophelia. Nobody else can use it, that environmental thing in that round. So you guys can all talk to each other. You're all there. So communicate who's going to use that. Maybe one person's down on their points or whatever.
So we
right?
can have a moment to chat before the round
Yeah,
starts?
I imagine like your gladiator style and you're yelling at each other from like the bleachers or something, like don't do it now, save it for me, I'm behind, whatever, right? Like I'll let you guys decide that in the role play moments. So we're going to get started. Maybe we'll just go around clockwise. Are you okay starting,
Yeah,
Chelsea?
totally.
All right, let me turn on some battle music to make it more official, and then we will get started with the Ignar Showdown. Dun, 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 dun.
Everyone remembers the clues from the statues?
No.
Fantastic, cool.
Frozen vein.
Frozen vein, offering something up from
Yeah.
a fallen enemy. If you have something to cold, that works better. Does anyone have anything to offer from a fallen enemy?
We've got the blue fire.
I've got the blue fire. I've also got the 2 scimitars from it was Vex. Does anyone want those? Should we just hold on to them till
Hold on to them.
Okay,
and
put them here.
hold on.
so we can throw them in.
Does anyone have anything that can do a lot of like damage to that ice vein? I can't probably do damage to it, but I'm not too worried.
I had a thought of trying to melt the quench pipes.
All right.
I can probably take a stab at that.
Okay.
I don't think I have anything that. Oh, sorry. I don't think I can have anything.
Shuri, would your hammer get through, or do you have a
Who I am.
hammer or a mace or a?
I have a weapon wise. I've got a great axe.
Fantastic. Perfect.
Yeah.
And Skoogie, good practice for you, eh?
I don't know.
For-
Good practice for.
For when
I
you and Scotty decide you're done with me. So when you're out there solo, you can see if
don't
she's watching
take
your
that
back.
so
No,
seriously.
it's all right. It's fine.
It's just
all
a
right.
thing.
I think I'm up.
All right, so as you all stand at the edge of this forge, the battle is about to begin. Ignar takes his stand as Ophelia runs out. He swings his sword wide, which goes blazing hot, and he drives it into the ground, and a surge of heat among all the vents. It's just like poof, 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 poof. I need everybody as a group, as this is an area hazard, which we start each round with, to make me some con saves, as it's not about dodging it, it's about overcoming the blast of heat. I need a 16 or higher.
Bastion got a 17.
21.
Save.
throw though.
I got a natural
6.
20 and 11 is 31.
Wow. So Mador fails and Skoogie?
11.
Okay, Mador and Skoogie fail. So each of you, 4d8.
Are we tracking this in normal HP or?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
can I ask a Rose question when you're done?
Yes. 19 points of damage to Skoogie. And oh wow, that was nice for Mador. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 for Mador. Yes.
Can we die, or
yeah.
do we stabilize?
No,
You said
you
if we
did-
fall unconscious.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
What I mean is like if you're out, like you die, you're unconscious,
If
whatever.
you fall unconscious, can someone who's not actively going in combat go and resuscitate you, or would the combatant have to go and?
I would allow it, but it's going to use your action, which means you can't attack, and you're very unlikely to earn a point that round.
Okay.
So yes, but at a cost.
Okay. Sounds
All right.
good.
Cool.
Sorry. Thanks.
So he drives the sword into the ground. The surge of heat comes up, and then he has his action before everybody else's, and then you'll have yours. And then there's the environment. So he uses his sword, Fire Wave, which he pulls it out and then flings the sword blade at you, and just like this radiating cone of flame comes flying at you. I need you to make me a dex save.
And that is going to be a 21.
Saves. Beautiful. That is half damage. I didn't take my D10s out. Does someone have D10s handy? Oh, I got them here.
I have 5.
I got 4 here. I thought they just weren't
Just
in front of
4.
me.
Don't worry about it.
What's 5? 11, 18, 19 points of damage.
Halved?
Halved. Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Thank you. And then for this one, so the environmental, again, you guys can all discuss this. It says a quenching torrent. Rupture, you have the chance to rupture overhead a quenching pipe. So like the pipes that are running through there, you look up and you have the opportunity to potentially bust them open, but I will need a skill check in order for you to do that.
Oh, Philly's just going to attack.
You're gonna attack. Ignore. You're not gonna use the event environment.
No, she's just going to go for pure damage just to see what happens.
Okay. What was the damage I dealt to you? It was 18 divided.
So you had 9.
9. Okay. Okay, go for it.
Okay, so Ophilie is going to have Albert do flyby to give her advantage.
Oh, nice.
And she is going to do her Shadow Blade, Booming Blade combo.
Okay.
That is going to be a 14 to hit.
Miss.
Okay. She's going to do her next 2 attacks.
Okay.
That's a little better. That is a 23 to hit for the
Definitely.
second.
Yep.
And that is going to be a 23 to hit for the third.
Nice. Okay, roll those damages. Ooh.
So that's going to be 6, 12, 14, 17. Nope. Yep. 17, 22, 29, 32 points of damage.
32 total between those 2 rounds, right? Or those 2?
No.
What?
I roll my 2d8 for my second hit now.
Oh my god.
That is going to be an additional 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points of damage.
Okay, so 43.
Yeah.
Nice. 43 points of damage to his 9. You definitely win that round and earn the point. Nicely done. Ophilie steps off of the field. Well, not really, because imagine you're doing it one at a time, but I'm just going to go around the table to make it easier. Scoogie, you're up. I do need, he's going to be using the same, his same initial action for you. So his sword Fire Wave, when you step on to the battlefield, I need that dex save. Everybody else you can do your dex saves ahead of time if you want, just to make it faster.
Dex saving throw.
Yep.
Is 17.
I needed a 16, so that's a save. You'll take half damage.
Oh.
So what is that? I got 10, 18, 21.
20
So 11.
11.
Yeah.
Damage.
Yes.
Quick technical question. I guess because we're in actuality, these rounds are happening back to back, so spells will carry over, like concentration spells or whatever would.
Yes.
go
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
the second round.
Yeah.
Okay. Scoogie is going to first up cast his Hunter's Mark,
Okay.
which he has as a use, which just gives me extra damage, basically.
I don't like this. This music's looping.
What is the, like, are we in kind of an arena vibe? Is it like an enclosed sort of ring or whatever?
Yeah,
And
kind of,
How big
yeah.
is it?
It is 60 by 60.
Okay. Scoogie is going to use all of his movement to kind of get us far away from him. Wait a sec. Am I doing what I wanted to do? Yes. He's going to kind of move as far away from him as he can and just launch his 2 arrows from his bow at him.
Okay, do it up.
A 19 plus whatever. That one's probably going to hit.
Yeah, 19 plus
is a
hits.
plus 10. And an 18 on the second one.
Yep, both those hit.
Okay, both of those hit. So, Damage is 1d8 plus 4. 2d8 plus 4, and then because I'm using my Hunter's Mark, I get a d6 as well.
Oh, yeah.
So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then can you just describe, like, sort of, is it just an open sand floor, flat? There's no sort of hazards or...
It's not flat. It's almost like a stone floor, but there's cracks where you can see like these ice veins under it, as well as like vents where all this heat and steam is coming out of. And then around you is like different forges. So you've got like a forge where he might, be heating something or whatever.
The cracks
like,
where there's iciness?
Ice veins
Ice
underneath
veins?
it. Yeah.
So there's not like direct contact. It would have to be broken to like get exposure to that.
Yes,
That's what you're
exactly.
saying.
Go ahead. Oh, yes, you can use the environmental action if you want, which is the overhead quenching pipes. But I need a roll for you to interact
I've
with
already
them.
used my...
No. It's an addition. So, like,
an
you can
addition?
attack, and then you have an opportunity to make use of the
I
environment.
don't feel like that's scoogy. He's just gonna send his birds at him and go for one more d8 of damage,
Okay, sweet. So you did the initial 11.
which is an automatic, and
Yeah.
that's just one more point. Fuck.
Nice, beautiful. That's all you needed because he scored 11 against you and you scored 12 against him. So you earned the point for that round. Beautiful. All right, next up, we've got
Cherie.
Cherie, I need you to make a dex save as he throws his flame fire wave at you.
So that is 2 on the dice plus, so 13.
13 is a miss. So it's going to be full damage for you. 9, 10, 18 points of full damage. Now you have your turn of the action as well as the quenching overhead pipes to deal with if you would like. You have attack and that.
Okay, I'm going to cast Hold Person.
Ooh, beautiful. What do I have to roll?
16 or better.
Okay. Saves.
Okay.
Oh, wait. What's the modifier?
Sorry, it was 16. DC, save DC is 16.
Of what? Like
Wisdom.
con or-
Wisdom.
I only have his strength in front of me. One sec. Let me actually pull up his, because his wisdom might actually not be great. That is definitely the wrong link. It is a...
Gavin's deep in the search right now.
D&D Beyond.
digging
I can see the zeros and ones just
Wisdom.
flashing.
Oh, it is +2. So 16 exactly.
Okay, so he
Yeah.
saves, and there is an overhead thing above me.
Yep. Yeah. So you can take advantage of that. I do need a skill check on that if you're going to take advantage of it.
So skill check would be what?
I need an athletics check of 15 or higher. Or you can use a ranged weapon attack.
Well, I was
15 or
gonna
higher.
shoot my bow at whatever.
Sure,
that vein,
same thing.
that
So
vein
it's either
was.
athletics to get up there and hit it, or a ranged attack of AC 15.
Okay, so just give me 1 sec here. I'm gonna shoot my my heavy crossbow.
'Kay.
At that, and I need a 15.
Yes, or higher.
A fucking natural one.
Oh boy! All right. So your attack and the use of the environment is done for this round. Okay, next up we have Mador. That's how it goes.
I rolled a 19.
19 for the save. So you save. Let me roll that half damage. So we got 10, 20, 5, 6, 7, 27. What is that? 13, because you got to round down.
13?
Yeah, 13.
Okay, so I got to beat 13.
Yep.
So
And you take 13 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on it, boss. So I'm going to cast Spike Growth on him.
Ooh, interesting. I like
Yeah.
it. Yeah, go for it. So does he make a dex save, or is it just when he moves?
No. I think it's automatic.
Okay.
I was just checking that. Give me 1 second. It is.
Is he moving around at all?
Yeah, I mean, he'd be moving around after you guys. Like as Skoogie had moved, he would have approached him. Because
So sorry, when he moved, then he would have received additional damage from the booming blade.
Oh, I didn't know that. How
sorry.
much damage?
Well, just to interject for a mechanic thing, because technically we're not doing it in this order. Like you're doing your 3
So
turns.
what I'm wondering
my
is
3
the booming
turns, his
blade
3 turns.
damage, would that have counted towards...
Oh, you're right, because like these
Scoogie's
are supposed to be
points?
gladiator style.
Yeah,
you're
like
all
it's
technically
split
doing
screen,
one.
sorta.
Yeah.
So would that it doesn't.
I think
the
it would
booming
only
blade
take
wouldn't
effect
count, or
on
would it count
yours.
on his?
It would only count on yours.
On mine. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
Thank
so
you for clarifying.
So
Sean.
it just happens. So now he's got the spike growth around him.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a little bit positioned behind him.
Okay.
But he's in it right now.
Beautiful. All right.
And that's it. I guess I don't get another.
The first placement of it doesn't do damage. It's only if he moves after.
but I don't get another action or anything like that.
No, because the environment has been used up. So
Whatever
you
you'd
can't
have for
use,
your own bonus
the-
actions, you would have.
Yeah, you
my
can-
bonus action.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what I've got in that. Bonus action. Just Hunter's Mark, but that's not going to do anything. So
Okay. All right. So he's got spike growth on him for your turns, not everybody else's.
Right.
Bastion, you're up. So for the sword fire wave.
wait. Sorry,
Oh,
does that? I mean, that means I failed, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bastion-
Well, I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah. What's
don't
in it?
need
Yes
to
or no?
finish that one.
Cool.
Well, you haven't failed because you got 2 more rounds. So that round you failed. Yes.
Yeah.
Gavin was trying to cushion that one so gently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but he's like, did I fail?
What
I'm like,
is failure?
What is failure?
You get a purple
You did it.
ribbon.
You did it up.
You learned
You
something.
tried so hard.
It's so annoying that you get 2 attacks, but you can only do 1 spell.
Yeah.
And not like 1 spell and 1 attack. You know.
Bastion got a 16.
saves. I got 16. So
Is this
8.
fire damage?
Yes.
Bastion has resistance to that. Thank you, Gavin.
Oh, 8. So 4.
Yeah.
Nice. Beautiful. So you take 4 points of damage. Oh, because you're wonderful gloves.
Yeah, thanks for sending me the details
Yeah,
on that.
yeah.
That would have been super helpful last episode.
My pleasure. Oh, as you're holding onto the gate. Awesome. All right. So give me some damage. Can't use the environment. Oh, you can, but it's used up. Won't have an
I'm kidding.
effect.
Bastion got a 15 as his lowest to hit.
Lowest to hit, fail.
16 is the next.
Fail.
And then the next one's a crit.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
All right, so full crits on this one. So you should win this round unless you roll a horrible crit.
Well, because he's using his new fancy dancy hammer.
Oh, beautiful.
And it's brutal criticals, right?
Yeah, brutal crits. So max initially.
So, 1 second.
I have dark vision.
Thanks.
Oh,
can,
good.
can I actually get one of my D8s back from you?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I
actually, I
didn't-
haven't been using them. So you're
Okay. Whoops. I did that on purpose.
good.
And that's a 10 for my D10.
Nice.
And then a 5 for the fire damage. So that is 15. Come on.
Oh, I can just ignore fire damage because he's a
Oh, of course. Yeah, immunity. Cool.
Yes.
Well, then in which case he gets 24 hit
24 damage. Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good.
of just hammer time.
Nice. Okay, so you win that round. Beautiful. Okay, next up we have round 2. This time the floor around under everybody's feet shifts and cracks, and you have pillars that rise up and some that sink down. So now the arena is at different heights and levels. You can all decide whether you want to go up, down, or stay level. Regardless, though, I need you to make me some dexterity saving throws.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. So you may choose to leap up if you would like.
Bastion's going up.
Okay.
25.
You may also choose.
Yeah, she'll go up a little bit, but not too high.
Yeah, not too high.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
just like, height advantage essentially.
perfect.
Yep.
12 for Skoogie.
Fail.
Yeah.
12 for Cherie.
Fail.
Thank you.
18.
Save. So you have the choice to go up, stay level, or go down.
I'll go up.
Okay, so everybody else is up. Skoogie and Cherie get knocked prone. Ignar is going to take his action, which is a piercing slash. You have your turn. You are above him, so he will be rolling with disadvantage.
Is he moving?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
So then he'll take his booming blade damage from last time?
okay.
And he's moving in my spike growth.
Spike growth is
That'll
only
be
on
on
your
your
round.
turn.
Yeah.
Bastard.
So
Mother flipper.
It's okay.
I'm
just
gonna roll
say
his,
really mean
swing
things
real
to him to make him move towards you.
that's going to be 7 points of thunder damage.
7 points, nice. I with disadvantage, I still rolled a 21.
That will hit.
Okay, 4d8. That was these ones. So what is that? 10, 11.
And then I will go ahead and use my uncanny dodge to have that damage.
Okay, so 5.
Nice.
Beautiful. Okay, and then you have your attack round. There is also, as this, for the environmental that everybody has the choice to interact with, as these pillars have gone up and down, sank, the ice veins that you saw before that were beneath are now exposed. Striking them will likely release some of this ice. But you'll need to make a skill check in order to break those open.
Perfect.
Yeah.
During Bastion's turn, will you allow me to sort of add something that Ophilia was doing while he was taking his turn? Which I'll tell you what it is when you decide.
Yeah.
She was just handing over the 2 swords she'd pulled off of the fallen enemy Vex to Mador and the blue coal to Cherie.
Sure, I like it. Yeah, I think I'd allow like that sort of help action. Maybe not like, a major help action.
No. Just sort of like as they're watching Mador or as they're watching Bastion, she just sort of handed out some of the tools she had.
Okay, I like it.
And then just explained that the sword potentially could work for the hint we got about the fallen enemy. Presenting something to the giant of your fallen enemy, and then the blue coal is what that Ellie gave. Could be something that you can that Cherie can present to the giant, maybe. From one of the hints we got. Okay, so she is going to go ahead and she's going to do flyby again, and this time she's just going to do regular bang 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 attacks.
Sounds good. So you've so far done 7, and he's done 5.
Yeah, 5. So it's going to be a 19 to hit on the first swing.
Oh yeah, that hits.
That is going to be a dirty 20 to hit on the second.
Okay.
And that is going to be a 19 to hit on the third.
Man, all 3.
That's going to be 6, 10, 11, 15, 21, 24, 25, 26, 27 points.
Just for the first one?
Yep. And then 16 for the second.
How much for the second, sorry?
16.
16?
And then 10 for the third.
Is he dead yet?
No, he's not. This is a tough motherfucker. But you win that round by far. You got full points on it. Nicely done. Okay, is that your round? Skoogie's turn?
Yeah.
Skoogie, step in.
Scared.
Skoogie's prone, so to get out of that, I just have to use all my move, right?
Half.
Use half my move to stand
Yeah.
up? Okay. And what happened with our spatiality with like the ground all shifting around?
What do you mean?
Where is he compared to I?
Oh, he would probably, like, for the battle, like, he would be moving into melee again.
Yeah.
And because you didn't have the option to go up or down, you're on the same
Kinda
level.
stuck in the spot. Okay.
You're also prone when he goes to his attack, so he did have advantage on
He's
you.
attacking me first.
He attacks first, always, yeah.
That's rude.
Which definitely hits.
Thank you.
Not a natural 20, though.
that's good.
Those are 6, 10, 18 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
You're up.
Yeah, so, okay, Skoogie's going to pop to his feet and use whatever remaining movement he has, which is about 20 feet, just to get some space between them.
Nice, okay.
And then he's going to turn, and he's going to shoot his first arrow straight at him.
Okay.
And that is fuck off, a natural 1.
No.
I got one of those once.
Nice. Okay. What are you going to do? Do you have any follow-up? You can use the environment if you would like.
Yeah, he's just going to use the second one if that one whiffed by him.
It does.
And got a 20 to hit.
Dirty?
Dirty 20, yes.
All right, okay.
Yes. And with that hit, he is going to use a Hail of Thorns. So the first of all, let's just do the damage from that. Is just a 1d8 plus 4. Plus I still have my Maker's Mark, or Hunter's Mark. So I get 7. That's 8 points for that little love tap there. And then he's going to cast his Hail of Thorns at 3rd level, which is basically as this arrow comes in, a rain of like icicles is going to come with it.
Is it actually ice damage?
That's my flavoring.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't actually say you hit the creature. It's probably just piercing. Yeah, it is just piercing damage. So what did I say that was? D10s. 3 of them. 2, 3. 7 and 7. Another 17 points damage there.
Nice. Okay, so you actually win that round after the 17 and the 8. Beautiful. Nice. Are you leaving the environment alone?
Oh.
You can call out. You guys can talk to each other.
Yes.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone. You've already won. You've already won. Leave it alone. Those points go to another person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sheree, you're
Why
up.
don't you just listen to her? She's the best.
She knows what she's talking about.
Sheree
Yes, I
landed prone, right?
The third
Yes.
attack is going towards Maida.
Dirty 20 to hit.
18 is my armor class.
Okay, I had a dirty 20.
Yeah. Heard that.
11,
Thanks for the reminder.
Thanks for that.
21 on that one. 21 from Ignar. Okay, so you have your attack, but you also have the option for environmental, which is these icy veins. It'll be a strength check in order to smash them open. 2 different things. So you have 2 actions: your attack and the opportunity to work with the environment.
Okay, so I have a question for you.
Yes.
So if I were to use magic missile on the environment,
Yep.
do I still need to do a strength check because it automatically hits?
No. I'll allow it.
I will use magic missile in order to
Nice.
hit. Is like a vein of some sort?
Yeah. It's like as the ground has shifted, these veins are exposed.
Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of damage with my magic missiles.
I love it.
And let me see here. We got a 3, we got a 2, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Nice. You did it.
Cool.
How many D8s you got over there?
How many D8s?
Yeah, I need you to roll 8 D8
Oh, that's
ice damage.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Nice.
Good to go.
Here we go.
See ya.
Sweet.
Oh, there's some good ones in there.
Let's see here. We've got 6 and 7 is 13. Plus 1 is 14. 15. 15 and 8.
23.
23.
Oh, made it.
23, 26. 27. 27 and 7 is
24. 34, sorry.
34.
Yeah.
Nice. 34 total damage to him. He hit you for 21. You did 34 by the end of your round, meaning you won that round. He stumbles backward, shrieking from the ice connecting with his molten body. Stumbles backwards, would normally be affected by Maid or Spike Growth, but it's a totally different round, so unfortunately it doesn't do anything.
So Sheree's going to stand up
Okay.
because she was prone.
Yeah.
And can she kind of move behind a pillar
Yes.
just for cover?
Yeah. I mean, the ground shifted and moved, so there's some pillars, some low, so you can absolutely get some cover.
Cool.
All right, we have Maydor. So I need. Oh wait, no, you didn't land prone, right? It was
Nope.
just the other two. So he's gonna roll with regular attack. I still think hits 20. Yeah, 21.
21
and
hits. Yeah.
48 for his slashing damage. Is that a 4? Yep. So 8, 9, 10, 17.
17 points of damage?
Yep.
Okay, I will do that.
All right. And the environment is used, so you only have your attack and move.
Okay, I'm going to, yeah, fuck. Okay. I am going to add a luck point to my first roll.
Nice. Okay.
So I get advantage.
I think you can use luck after, can't you? I think that was the
The way I just read it is I get to roll I get advantage on my d20s.
Oh, okay. I thought you get to use it after you roll and be like, I want to use my luck.
So 23 to hit,
Yeah.
and that is 1d10 plus 7.
Nice.
That's gonna be shit. It's gonna be shit. 8 points of damage, but it does push him back, so he's gonna take 2d4 as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So that adds another 4 into that 8.
It's 12. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna throw in there my lovely lightning arrow, which is 4d8,
Hell yeah.
because I can just attach that to my first attack, which is nice.
Sweet. Yeah, that might put you over the edge for a win.
That's going to be 12, 20, 23 points of damage.
Jesus, yeah,
That's my
definitely.
first attack. My second attack,
So that's 35 so far.
14 to hit. No, sorry, 15 to hit.
Miss.
Damn it.
You still won the round if that was the end of your damage. You did 35
Yes.
total and he did 17.
Oh, sorry, and I'm going to... Okay, well, does it matter if I throw anything else in? No. We're still knocking these hit points down, right? I'll throw in my hunter's mark on my first one.
Okay.
5.
Nice. Beautiful.
it.
So 40 even. Awesome. Okay. Yeah. You won that round outright. Full points. Nicely done. Bastion, you are up. So first is the attack.
Yep.
10 and 6, 16.
Sorry, I was not on the right page for that. Meets it.
Mates. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a hit. 4d8. 15, 21, 26.
26. Okay. But Bastion's high, so doesn't he have disadvantage on his?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Let me reroll.
Yeah.
10 was my low roll, and the 12, so it would have been
sounds good.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for reminding me.
Yep, no problem. Anytime when it involves me possibly not getting hit. Bastion is going to take his 3 attacks as well as his reactive strike. So that's 4 attacks total.
Nice.
Oh, there's not really any good ones. There's a 18.
18 hits.
Okay, but that is... so for that one, he is going to take 9 damage, but Bastion's going to action surge.
Okay.
So he's going to take a full another round of attacks.
Sweet.
It's better. There is a 24, 26, and then 18.
All 3 hit.
Nice. Oh, wait, he doesn't take that fire damage, so there's no point in adding that.
Yeah, he's immune.
All right. Plus 4, so 12, 21, 26 damage.
Total, right?
Yes.
Okay, 26, and you had the 9, so
Yeah.
35.
Okay.
Cool. Nicely done. Full points that round as well. Kicked his ass. At the very end, we move into the third and final round for this combat. This is your last chance to earn points before we determine the outcome of your characters and your group. The arena fractures into multiple magma channels as the ice veins fade away and movement in the arena becomes difficult as you'll have to leap over the magma. First, I need you to make me acrobatics checks. If you succeed, you can choose your direction and not take damage. If you fail, you'll end up on a piece away from him and take damage.
Natural 20.
Nice, pass.
Did you say Dex?
Yeah, acrobatics, but yeah.
33.
Wow, Jesus.
16.
And 19 plus a 14.
Saved.
16.
Save.
11.
Fail. Oh, poor Cherie. So Cherie, it's not a ton of damage. Luckily, it's just 2d6. 7 points of fire damage, and you will be across from him, so you'll have to leap over the magma if you want to be in melee. Everybody else can choose their positioning. You don't have to choose it now. You can either be away or in melee with him. Ignar's combat damage with Ophilia will be something called a brutal slam. It's a multi-attack. He does it with 2, and he's smashing against you. Now, did you move away, or are you on the same platform as him?
I would have moved in. Yeah.
Okay, so-
Wait, sorry.
Same platform.
Same. Yeah. Same platform.
Okay, sounds good. Where'd my other D8 go? There it is. And I'll use my one that I made. That'll be fun. So 2 attacks. Brutal slam. Natural 20. And a miss.
I think we might need to test these DM-made dice. I don't know.
Yeah. Wait a second.
Yeah, those are rolling weird.
And that natural 20, she is going to do uncanny dodge for, so we'll have the damage.
Okay, so the first one misses, but it's 48. So what is that? 16, 32 points max.
Okay.
And then plus the extra, right?
Yeah.
So 32, and then that's a 6. So 7, 14, 15. So it's 32 and 15.
47.
47.
And then
Half.
divided by 2, 23 points damage.
23. Man, you are unlucky you have that dodge. Beautiful. Okay, and then for the environmental, just so everybody knows what it is, I'm just going to read out loud because my notes are messy on there. It says, sheer fault collapse. You may shove, thunder split the platform. Ignar must make a dex save or land prone on one of the lower edges. Melee against him has advantage until he stands. Okay, so this one sounds like the earlier you do it gives everybody else that advantage, right? Because
To do what?
essentially it makes the ground uneven for him. He'll be prone. And when people make attacks on him, if they're in melee, we'll have advantage on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how does she go about doing that?
It is a athletics check or thunder damage of 10 or higher.
Thunder damage of 10 or higher. That works well. I'll cast Booming Blade.
Okay, sounds good.
And Albert will do a flyby.
Okay.
And the thunder damage is to him.
Yes.
Perfect. First one's going to be a 24.
Yeah.
That would be a 26.
Yep.
And that one's going to be a 27.
Nice. Man. A lot of hits.
Yep. Oh, hi.
Hi there. Hi.
Cool.
Hey, friend.
Cool. Cool.
So she is going to start by, that is going to be an 8 points of thunder.
Okay.
I have to do 12 total.
10 or higher.
10 or higher. Okay, perfect. 6, 12, math got really hard. 15, 25 points of regular damage.
Wow, nice.
And then an additional 9 points of thunder damage.
Additional 9. So what do we got there? We got 34. Nice.
Okay. And then, does
They
that
just keep coming, bud.
Yeah.
does that do the 12 or what 10
Oh,
thunder
yeah,
damage?
by
Okay,
a
cool,
lot.
cool.
Yeah.
And then for 8, sorry, that was supposed to be just the 2d8. I will just re-roll. Sorry. I apologize. That was
So
me
many dice.
cheating. 10 points of regular damage.
Okay, nice. Yeah, you get full points this round, and he stumbles backwards due to the thunder damage, cracks a bunch of these platforms floating on magma, and becomes unstable, lands prone, and makes it difficult terrain for him for the remainder of the round, giving all other characters advantage in melee. Nicely done. Skoogie, we move to you. I'm going to do the brutal slam attack as well.
Okay.
2 attacks.
Okay.
12 and 6. Is 18 hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. The other does not hit, so it's 4d8. 8, 9, 10, 14 points.
Does he get any disadvantage for being prone for his hits?
So the prone was for you.
Oh, just for me.
Now
Okay.
he's unstable, and it gives them gives them advantage.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Misunderstood. Sorry.
14 damage for Skoogie, right?
Yeah, 14. Yeah.
Earthquake of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, Skoogie's gonna just kind of repeat his first round because it worked well. So he's gonna start off with Hunter's Mark as his bonus action.
Okay.
And then he's gonna fire an arrow and see if the first one lands with a 29. So I think it does.
Yeah.
So that's gonna give him 1d8 plus a 1d6 because of the Hunter's Mark. Plus 4 is 10 is 14.
Nice. That's even with him right now.
Now, what's his physical positioning? You said he's like prone, and he's kind of on the edge of like one of
Yeah,
these
he's sort of unstable.
chunks.
He's not actually prone, but you have advantage to hit him.
Oh, I have advantage. I didn't roll that on that one.
Oh, well, roll it in case you get a natural 20.
Oh, okay, that's a good idea. No.
Okay.
So he's gonna use after that first arrow. He's gonna send in his crows because it was a successful hit. He's gonna send in his swarm, and he's gonna try and push him over the edge.
Nice. I like it.
So he has to make a strength save, probably. Oh, maybe it's a dex save. Let me just find that.
Let's hope it's strength. He's good at that.
It's probably strength. Yeah, it is.
Okay. Yeah, he'll probably pass, but we'll see.
I should have just done more.
Yeah, like
damage.
28.
Okay, he'll just fire his second arrow then. 28. I'm just going to hit, which is going to give him another 1d8 plus 1d6 is only 3 plus 4 is 7. And then he's going to send in his birds just to do 1d8 piercing, pecking damage.
Okay.
Another 4 points.
Nice. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, full points for that round. You succeeded over top of his damage. Was the environment used? Yeah, so Philly did it for everybody in the turn. Cherie, you are up. I'm making the double attack for his brutal slam.
Sure, don't forget the coal.
So I can cast luck, and
Yes.
it forces him to roll with disadvantage.
Okay. I got a natural 1 and a 2. Do you want to save that luck? I'll give you that.
Yes,
Because
I do.
he's not gonna hit you with
Okay,
that.
yeah, I'll
okay,
say that.
both hits fail. You're up.
Okay.
So you have advantage to attack, remember, because of Opheli's action on him.
Okay. So I am going to take. I have a sort of an ice token.
Yep.
That I can present to a giant as a gift.
Yes.
Okay. So Cherie is going to Misty Step towards and place that. Like with this giant, he's got his hand out and wanting to receive it. Could I place it at his feet and say a little prayer? What's the?
Yes. So in the middle of the battle, Ignar stops dead and looks you in the eye and looks down at the offering and pauses, then leans down, picks it up, and like this cavity in his chest looks to open, and he just like pushes it in there, and like the steam's just as it connects with the magma inside of him and cools him down. You can see like his body almost like shift and change. You may now attack him. Some statistics have changed.
Okay. I am going to take my great axe.
Yep.
And I'm going to attack him with my great axe.
Okay, do it.
So 9 and 7.
Did you say there was advantage on?
Oh yeah,
the
you
attack?
have advantage because
okay, okay.
of Philly's action, in addition to the new changes.
So 9 and 7 is 16.
Yep, hits.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
So that he's going to be 1d10. Maybe that one. That looks like a d10.
Yeah.
That's a 5, and it's plus 3, so it's going to be 8 damage.
Nice.
And she gets 2 attacks
Yep.
with advantage.
Yep, both with advantage.
So 12 and 5 is 17.
Yeah, hits.
And again, d10. So that's 3 and 3 is 6.
Okay. So what is that? We got 14 now, right?
Yep.
Yep. Nice. Okay, full points on that round for damage as he dealt none to you. Go ahead.
No, I was just. Am I standing in front of him then?
Yes, now you are because you made the offering. He stepped before you and accepted it.
Okay.
You may make a move action if you would like.
He's going to get an opportunity attack, I'm assuming.
He will, which may wipe your
Okay,
points off the board.
I'll stay where I'm at.
Okay, sounds good. Mador, you're up. The brutal slam attack first. Does 16 hit?
16 does not hit.
Okay, so the other one will. It's 21.
Oh, fucker.
I just wanted to see if that lower one did. So 4d8, 8, 12, 14 points of damage. All right,
Okay.
you're up.
Okay.
Remember, you have advantage on your attacks.
Okay. Sure thing. Sure thing, boss.
His stats for the offering that Cherie made doesn't carry over to you, though. Only the environmental changes by Ophili.
And he's still on the sort of edge of this thing?
Yeah, he's still unstable. Yeah. That's why you're getting advantage to it.
Yeah. Okay, so my first little attack is 23 to hit,
Oh, yeah.
and it pushes him.
Nice. Beautiful. He needs to make a dex save.
He sure does.
Is he beyond your spike growth too?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Where is his dex save? Here it is. +3. Fails, falls into the magma.
Oof.
Which could be good or bad. I don't know.
It's a good thing. Now that he's got the ice in him, yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Mador's turn. Your damage. 8. Okay,
He
nice.
turns into like mecha type.
So
He grows.
I'm going to give you the damage now.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I have damage for him falling into that magma, but what was your damage?
Okay, so it is 18 on the first hit,
Yep.
and I'm going to add my lovely lightning in there as well.
Beautiful.
So that is lightning arrow, and that will be. You've got to give me a dex save again of 12, which I don't think we did last time when I did
Succeeds. 14.
it. Okay, so just take half of 4d8s.
Okay.
Ooh, nice. So we got 14, you got 21, 23.
To hit or damage?
23, an extra 23 damage.
Jesus. Okay.
Oh, no, sorry, halved. So an extra 11
Yeah.
damage.
Okay.
Sorry. And then I get to shoot again.
Nice.
You're in the magma, so I don't know how that's going to...
Well, he would climb back out. He's like...
Oh, he's going to get pushed
Yeah,
again
yeah.
then.
He's floating like Smeagol right at the beginning.
Ooh, so you got to...
Dex save?
No, you have to do a dex save, because I've got like a 30 to hit.
13 is my save.
Okay.
13.
You didn't say what the DC was last time. Oh, does it go against my DC?
Oh, for the push.
Yeah, the push.
Okay, yeah, he goes in again. Sorry, I thought we were talking about yours.
No, I hit you for sure.
Okay.
I got 30.
Holy shit.
He's in again. He's in the drink again.
Man, you're doing a lot of damage on this
Magma.
round. Okay, you're up.
Magma.
Then I've got to do the damage now from my
Oh,
hit.
Jesus.
And then that's going to be 14, another 14 points of damage, and I'm going to throw in a D6 for Hunter's Mark too,
Okay.
which just gives it 1. So 15 points, another 15 points of damage for you.
Beautiful. Yes, definitely full marks on that round for damage against Ignar.
No problem.
We have our last combatant of the fight, Bastion. You step up. He does his double combat, brutal slam against you. Both of those, I'm assuming, miss. What's
16?
Yeah, both fail.
So just for clarity, like Bastion has done like these first 2 rounds, and now it's moving into like the third round. Like
Third
it's all
and last
continuous
rounds. Yes.
sort of thing.
Yes.
How tall is Ignar? I'm picturing like from Thor Ragnarok, like Surtur, in a way, like the fire guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see what his height is here. It should be on.
giant.
Like
He's a
medium,
giant, isn't he?
Yeah, like tall.
Yeah,
tall.
he's giant.
So
Yeah.
like, if Bastion's still up on this precipice, is he roughly like face height?
Yeah,
Like, if he was high?
pretty
All right.
close. Yeah.
Bastion's gonna like secure his straw hat.
I always
Tighten it
forget
down.
about that. It's smoldering slightly.
It's definitely
It's like-
singed.
yeah.
It's got a lot of sweat stains on it. He's going to put the hammer down and switch to the classics and have his glaive and jump onto Surtur's face.
Nice.
And try and skewer him with it.
Oh, all right.
I pre-rolled my hits just so that we didn't have to go through that.
Sounds good.
I got 1 critical,
Okay.
a 25, and then a 14, which I don't think hits.
Yeah,
at this
the
point.
last one doesn't hit.
And then misses, and then he also has a bonus action pole strike with this,
okay.
which he got an 18 on.
Beautiful. That hits.
So it is 14, 22, 31, 35, plus the pole strike. It's 40 points of damage
Jeez.
as he shish kebabs him a little bit in the face.
Nicely done. All right, we come to the end of the battle as you all did, 1-on-1 against Ignar in this arena of gladiator style. I've been keeping track of the points, as have Ignar. I will read out the benefit to you each as PCs, and then I will read the victory condition, because obviously I had a few to read out. Because everybody passed in points, only just, I think there at the end, thanks to Philly's modifying the environment, Mador and Cherie just squeaked in. So each PC receives 500 soul shards. Whoa. In addition to that, they level up. We don't have to do that right now, but you will level up. There was a chance that some of you were going to level and others were not. And you collectively as a group succeed in the group challenge, which means I read out this one.
I'm just picturing up like the Ocarina of Time,
Yeah.
like music, like
We should put that one on.
yeah.
I'll just do Far Realm. Let's do Abyssal Passage. That one's better. All right. Ignar staggers, his greatsword dragging a molten scar through the obsidian as he drops to one knee. The magma lines across his body flicker, dim, and then pulse in a rhythm with your own heartbeat. A labored breath escapes him like a gust from a forge, hot, but no longer furious. He sets the sword into the ground and places a massive fist to his chest. With a hiss of steam and splitting stone, a seam cracks open across his sternum, revealing a glowing shard embedded in the core of his being. He offers it forward, not as spoils, but as inheritance. Flesh tempered by fire. May it holds. The nullstone fragment for body hums in your hand, radiating a heavy warmth that sinks into your muscles. The foundry calms. The embers in the Titan's eyes gutter out as he turns into stone. Behind you, the battlefield reshapes, cracked earth descending like steps toward the lake you crossed to get here. A small boat gently rocking in its waves.
Well, that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, shit. So we won.
I think so.
Yeah,
He's stoned now.
Oh, he's stoned. Oh, yeah.
Turned to stone.
That's
That's
what does the shard look like?
So the shard is.
Looks like a red flickering water on the
It says
wall.
the fragment. The fragment is a jagged and uneven, like a chunk of volcanic glass that is shot through the veins of smoldering fire. In the charged version, the fire pulses faintly in time with the wielder's heartbeat. So who is currently holding it?
Who wants this?
I should also note that it is about the size of a football.
Who that's slightly stronger than me wants this?
I can take it unless there's any keepers.
No, just take it.
I think I'm good, yeah.
Here you go.
Oh, this is all wrong. My heartbeat's not going this fast. I'm not this tired. And so I just gotta.
Yeah,
I need to have a little. I need to have a little sit down 1 second.
Would you say this is a safe place for us to have a rest if we need to have a rest?
I'll let you guys decide that.
Do we think this is a safe rest? Do we need a rest? Does anyone need a wee nine-eye?
I would like a rest.
Yes, I could use that.
Should we do a little scout around the area and just make sure?
Take a poke about.
Yes, we
I'm
did see
all
some
right.
other treks come in before us, right?
And we
I'm
saw
all
the
right.
2 dwarves. Yeah.
Any sign for... Ophelia wants to look around. She's looking for any signs of Vex. And what was the other one?
I think it was Ulrich. Let me look.
Durek or
Durek.
something?
Yeah.
The D name, I forgot.
It was Vex and Dulric.
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 She's looking out for any signs of Vex and Dulric. We saw their footsteps come through, but we haven't seen them.
Yeah, give me survival checks. Anybody that's looking?
Natural 20.
Oh, yeah.
So we get 7.
Oof. Yeah. You trip down those
Survival,
stone stairs.
20.
Oh, fuck.
Twist your ankle.
My
25.
split ends.
Okay.
17.
Yeah. Everybody except Ophelia, who's tripping down the stairs and scrapes her knee. You all see their footprints, faint though. They've been gone a while, but have head already down towards where you see the boat.
Wait, so they already killed him. He turned to stone and then wasn't stone again?
So you don't know what happened to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's a decent chance that this sort of just restarts again.
Like the level just resets.
We should.
A level? What is that?
I think it's that thing that I feel like I just gained. I don't know necessarily. Like, I think we're fine for a little bit here, but I don't want to hang around if he resets. So maybe not spending a full night here, but if people need to catch their breath, I'm proposing a short rest rather than a long rest here.
That makes sense.
Okay, I see. Thank you. I need you to paint it out for me. Short rest. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, let's do a short rest, I guess.
All right. Everybody takes a short rest. I'll just let you roll for that. Unless there was anything you wanted to role play during that. What are you hopping in the boat and heading back to the other side of the lake that you originally rode from?
Unless there's any other sort of obvious landmarks, or if it's like just getting to the other side.
It's back to the other side.
Then I think that would make sense.
All right.
Yeah.
Can we do a little peek around here first? Is there anything worth like gathering or not really?
No, it's essentially just like molten lava
Perfect.
everywhere and stone.
Yeah, Bashan will hop on the oars, as it were, and
All right. Well, everybody takes a wee break.
a wee 9-eye. Yeah.
Yeah. You row back, and rather quiet lake, very dark black water. As you row away, though, the reprieve from the heat is notable.
Everybody having a good time?
So far, so good.
Sort of reminds. There used to be this pond on the estate I grew up on, and sometimes we'd try rowing out on it, and usually would tip the boat over and then try and drown each other.
Great. Well, we're not going to be trying that right now, but you're a fancy lass.
Oh, well, I could have been a servant or something. You don't really know.
Oh, no, a servant wouldn't be tipping boats. They'd get in shit and fired for sure. You were definitely on that estate as someone who belonged there.
Well, spoilers. Yeah, it was interesting. Grew up in a city with a lot of other high elves, actually. But yeah,
Sounds delightful.
it was shite.
Oh, can tell you that the slums weren't much better, so I guess it's shit going around.
I tried that too, so I'm aware. Anyway,
That's all my ability to socialize here.
that's about as good as I get. How about you, Mador? Any estates in your past? You sort of have the voice for it.
So are you talking to me?
Cool.
Cool.
Where exactly are you from that you're so hoity-toity?
Oh, just places and stuff. Where are you from?
Wherever I'm from, it's for me to know, not for you to know.
Oh, wonderful. Well, I thought maybe you share a name or something. No family names.
Varsale.
Oh,
Why, have you heard of it?
yeah. Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah. What did you say your family name is?
Treeth.
Marvelous. Are we... What's our...
Oh, look, we've made it.
Phenomenal. Skoogie, would you mind if I talk to you just for a moment?
Yes, of course.
And we're going to try and go a little bit ways away.
Sure, yeah. So this is just for clarity, this is the beach side that you guys originally came out of Shadowwood, where you saw the three paths. So the up to Grayspire, to your left is the mountain, in front of
Right.
you was Bloodhearth, and to the right was the broken dock with the whirlpool to Whale Scar. So that's where you're at.
Okay. Was Skoogie listening to this conversation?
If we were all in
Yeah,
the
there's-
boat?
there's
Well, yeah, but I don't know. Maybe you're talking to your birds.
No, I think you would have been.
I was sitting at a table and was blanked out earlier. So.
Would Skoogie have caught that name? Like, would he know what that was?
You totally
Yeah.
would have. Yeah, which is, you hired a Treeth, or did you just not ask?
Say that again.
You hired a Mador as a Treeth,
As a
as in the
Treeth,
family Treeth,
Okay.
as in the family who wants me dead.
Well, I didn't have like an opportunity for a full background check or something.
That's not even a full background check. It's just the second part of his name.
I didn't. Oh, I didn't actually ask for that. He came quite recommended.
Probably by his family.
But he probably doesn't know. Obviously, doesn't know who you are.
Clearly not right now.
Or
Okay, so we just keep things trash. It's fine. Just don't mention names or places or
just
stuff or things.
you could just push him in the lava.
I mean, it's awfully tempting. But let's put it on the back burner.
It's good to know. Okay.
All right.
Just to metagame a tiny bit, if
Yeah.
the Treeth family was aware of Ophily's background,
Yeah.
what should Mador know?
What would Mador know about Ophili?
Yeah, or
What's
hi-
Ophily
what-
worried
against,
about?
Yeah, what's Ophily worried about that Treeth Mador would know?
So the reason that Ophili's not living on a fancy estate anymore is that her father was a very well-to-do merchant in Varsale, and she was very good at being helpful in her younger years. So would sneak around. It's why she's so roguey, and would sort of steal or learn secrets or whatever, sort of mid-level criminal stuff to help the family. And when her father had Mr. Treeth assassinated, he threw her under the bus, and she went to trial for assumingly Mador Treeth's father.
Interesting.
And she was able to rogue herself away before she was found guilty, as she knew she probably would be, and has been. It's why she ended up back with Skoogie a decade ago. Was she ran back to the place that she was happiest, which was where her family summered in essentially the Alps,
yeah.
where she'd met a little boy and become sort of summer best friends with him, and then they had met back up, and for the last decade had been traveling together, but. her also keeping her head down a little bit.
So did she change her last name then?
She just hasn't been going with it. Most people don't, a lot of contacts or whatever, but
Yeah.
typically Ophilia's enough. And
Nice.
then just, whatever, Smith, Jones,
Yeah.
random names, but
Cool.
yeah.
All right. Interesting. Nice little backstory depth there for the Treath family.
Can Bashan do a perception check to see if he catches on like any weirdness with Ophilia learning that knowledge?
I will do an opposed check because I feel like she's constantly in a state of deception around that.
Sure.
So she would be aware of the conversation, obviously, and trying to.
But I'm just
play
wondering
it cool.
if like that sort of like nugget landed. Like that seems like a very like oh shit, like whether or not like there's
That
something on
moment
your,
of like, oh,
yeah. That's sort of what he's looking for. Not necessarily the whole backstory, but just to know that like there's a connection.
that weird
perhaps.
for her?
Yeah.
Would it be
that?
perception or would it be history?
Or insight maybe?
Yeah.
Insight versus like deception. Or,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do insight versus
Athletics.
deception. Yeah. Athletics. Mador does
Arm
push-ups.
wrestle. Yeah. Russ is passing notes.
I want some notes.
Want a note?
No.
17.
That's a 4.
I
So.
love how serious he was.
Yeah, everything seems to be good here. Everybody just bottle it up.
Oops.
Was it a penis?
Yes. I legitimately thought it was going to be text initially,
Yeah.
and then as soon as I picked it up, I was like, it's a dick.
And as I'm passing it, I'm saying it's got
feels-
really important information for my character on the back, and I've just given it away.
Yeah. That was like when we did the scratch and sniff, and Tash wanted to scratch and sniff, so I
was
just
so happy with it.
did cover up penises.
It just says
Page
girls
break.
will be sacrificed.
Yes, they
Fun afternoon plans. Oh, God.
Wow.
Of course they will.
Trump is
All right, Timmy.
Oh.
Anyways.
That's probably the most offensive thing you can say to somebody at this point.
Yeah.
So you guys are on this beachside, this lakeside, presented with these two new challenges. Left is Grayspire, the mind. Right is Whalescar, the soul. Or behind you is Shadowwood, which you've walked through before and know the task. And beyond it is a familiar place to stay, which is Whisper's Watch.
Oh.
Do you think we need a long rest, or are we good without?
I'm fine.
I'm okay.
You're okay?
I'm probably okay to move on, yeah.
right?
Yeah, I mean, long rest would be good for me to clear some spell slots, but I mean, it's
He's
not.
fine.
Yeah, that's
All
fine.
right.
Yeah, nobody cares about me.
All right. So, mind or spirit? What was it she said before about spirit? It was like secrets, and mind was.
I don't remember
I don't
what she said,
remember
but
either.
I remember we had decided, and now
I think it was
don't
spirit was the
remember.
last one because it.
is
Could
most
you
likely
remind
the
us? One of
Raucous.
them was guarded by like a ghost.
Yes.
Was that spirit?
Yes.
soul?
The spirit is Whalescar. which
Whalescar
is-
was the
yeah.
last one then, because I remember
Yeah.
the ghosty
Yes.
lady was the last lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so off we go to mind.
Great.
Sure, lead the
really,
way.
really excited about this one.
Just a great time. All right, here we go. That was fun. Let's do it again.
Well, we do have our potions when, like, so we don't go insane.
Oh, that's right, actually. Yeah, did we hand those out?
Yeah, they got handed out.
Oh, perfect.
With
Okay.
potions?
I have a potion.
Potions for yes, we have potions to help us resist insanity.
Well, that's going to be very helpful.
You'll know when it's good because it was only good for a short period of time.
1 hour. Yeah.
1 hour.
1
yeah.
hour. 1 hour. So
and it's not retroactive. So
yeah, if you start going insane, you
Yeah,
take
yeah.
it. Does it wipe your?
No, you just got to know.
You gotta know is now the time to take this.
Right. All right. Well, here we go.
The mountain path narrows as you ascend, your breath catching in the cold, thin air. Fog thickens with each step, curling between ancient shards of blue-white stone that jut from the slopes like the ribs of some long dead giant. No birds, no wind, just the soft crunch of frost underfoot and the faint hiss of your own thoughts pressing louder in the stillness. Then, suddenly, a fog breaks, and before you rises a towering, vaulted arc of crystal and stone. Its surface pulses with soft light, silver light, the patterns shifting like thoughts of the half-formed. The structure is silent, but not still. The air here vibrates with unspoken tension, like a question held just behind the tongue. This is the threshold of Grayspire, the trial of mind. Beyond the gate lies a chamber built not to confound the body, but to weigh the self. Something waits inside, patient, reflective, expectant. Here at the edge you may speak, the stone does not listen, but it remembers. So you find yourselves on the edge of Grayspire here. This building in front of you. You can clearly see inside into this room, but you have not yet entered. You may do so when you are ready.
Cherie would look for the other two fighters that had gone before us.
Yeah, give me a survival check.
She would say she would say that out loud. Mm-hmm.
Ophelia would be looking for their footprints then too.
Sounds good.
Bastion will like investigate sort of the arch or anything if there's any sort of clues or.
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
I'm off to the side looking bored.
25.
25, nice.
Yeah, 13.
13, okay.
17.
Okay. So, Ophelia, you do notice the footprints. Maybe point them out to Cherie. These are definitely two sets. However, they are different than the ones that went to Bloodhearth.
Can she gauge size? Like, are they looking, larger than her foot? Are they looking...
I would say they were similar to the previous footprints, but different.
Maybe some more dwarves?
Sure, I guess.
Could be.
All right. Well, do we want to do anything about it, or are we just headed in?
Not much to be done about it.
Anything we need to do to prep?
Are there footprints coming out or only in?
Good question. Let me look.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm wondering.
Mm-hmm.
I like good questions.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good job doing.
Yeah, very, very cool.
That was quite nice. I like that.
Earning your $12.
Cool.
None have come out.
Cool.
Fuck you all. All right.
Oh,
Did Bastion see anything?
No,
with
you
it?
didn't get anything from
Okay.
it. Yep.
All right. Shall we just go in then?
Yes, everything's going to be fine.
Oh, well, now it's not, you bastard.
Everything's going to be fine.
You don't sound like you're doing so good, so.
Clear minds, right?
That's easy.
Are
Yeah.
you
let's
smiling?
start. What?
Tickle fights.
God, not again.
You look stressed. You need a massage.
Oh, boy.
From the deepest parts of my manhood, no.
Oh, I thought that was going to go another way there for a second.
Aaron, you're up.
That was for Aaron.
That was for Aaron.
His loins are burning.
guys.
Oh, boy.
He reached out and touched
Gavin's gone red. Oh, no, it's the
Yeah,
light.
I don't know what to do with this.
Yeah, I put this light on for you just for that.
As Mador and Bastion step into the cavern alone. We're going to take our first break. Hey everybody, we're back from our super quick snack break, but I guess they're always quick for you. Sorry, it's not.
That's a good one.
So
Because
good.
I pause it. And
That's
then,
right.
And then we're back.
UFF.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
we should.
God.
We should just
Dwayne.
skip them this time.
We can do them really fast. What if we read all four at the same time?
Yeah, you check out UFF, uff.com screen
Yeah, well-
printing. They do great screen printing. And
Witch hazel dice.
Sticker
Which hazel dice?
fantastic.
They
Yeah.
make dice, and they are nice.
What do
they
you
don't
have to
put
say
them in
about them,
rice
Dwayne?
because they're good.
How about what?
Yeah, don't worry about it. How about your profession?
Yeah, Dwayne, do your own ad tonight.
Oh, let's
Go.
do it.
Yeah, and check out Dwayne.
Has
Just
Dwayne
does
check him
counseling.
out.
My
Yeah,
counseling
Dwayne does
service?
counseling.
Yeah, come by.
Dwayne
$12.
Oyster.
All
Come by.
sessions are on sale right now for $12.
Well, let's
No,
not go
they're not.
too-
No, they're not.
Get you ahead of
They are
No,
not,
they're
in
not.
fact, on sale
Okay,
for $12.
never mind.
No.
Oh, maybe that was a sticker app. Put in Crit and Fumble 12 and get 12 off of 12. Right now, tomorrow. Goodbay.
Just go to the Discord.
we're
Just check
making
out the
stuff up.
Discord. Yeah.
Thank you to all our sponsors, though. Thank you.
Yeah.
Witch Hazel Dice,
Stickers.
UFF.
Dwayne.
Dwayne orders our
Dice,
counseling
and
services.
Dwayne makes us
Yeah.
be really normal people.
Sigil Foundry.
And
Sigil.
what's
Who's that?
They do
Sound-
minis.
Never mind.
Well, well, Lurk loves you because he does T-shirts.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just
Input
going to
logic.
prop
Oh,
myself. Yeah, Sean. Great.
Sean.
Sean.
Yeah,
Let's promote Sean.
Yeah.
promote-
Input
promote
co-work.
me. Yeah.
Logic.
Oh, and was it Little Dungeon? Little dungeon.
Little dungeon.
Yeah.
Like Little Dungeon Studios.
You know, there's going to be all sorts of BDSM types.
It's the name of
hanging
my
around
butt.
now, right?
Wow, we managed to make an ad read speed run be like twice as long as an ad read.
Thank you to all our sponsors.
Yes, thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
So you
Yes.
guys step into this chamber from outside Grayspire. I'll read the short narrative and then we'll get into it. You step into a vaulted chamber of silver blue crystal. The air hums low and constant. 5 mirrors, tall, seamless, perfect, stand like sentinels. At the far end, a monolithic obelisk reflects not your face, but flickers of others' lives. It waits.
No writing, no nothing.
You don't see any writing, just the 5 mirrors.
And a monolithic obelisk.
Yeah.
Obelisk.
Obelisk?
Or
Oh, sorry,
Yeah, I was like,
obelisk.
aboleth?
Yeah.
I was like, obelisk?
Oh,
Oh, it's lamer. Okay.
Yeah, which is like, just like a huge erect thing.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I get it. Sure, he runs up too.
Sure, he's like, my day. Oh boy.
There's some sort of puppet here.
Should have taken the break. We should have not taken the break.
Yeah.
Okay, what was the question?
I think we need to go look in these mirrors. Yeah, probably.
Do we just see ourselves in the mirrors? It's not
do you go
weird,
and
something
look?
normal?
Do you think we probably just
Cherie would wander up. to
should we do
one. Yeah.
one at a time or all of us?
Oh, let's just all at once. Sure.
You know, that tone makes me want to do the exact opposite.
I jump into one of the mirrors.
Nice.
Into it. 25d6.
The mirror is not a gateway, so you do hit the mirror,
Okay.
and then you back up, and you
That
see
was funny.
you see yourself looking at you,
It's such a Darwin thing to do.
Yeah.
and Mador looks at Mador, and he's like, "Typical."
Well, of course, I was going to try fucking something, you idiot.
Well, of course you were, you idiot. You're the one that ran directly into a piece of glass.
Oh
Who
my
does
God.
that?
He's got you there.
Incorrigible.
Classic part of the Treeth family.
Yes, well, you would know.
I would know. I'm you, you idiot.
I'm just like staring. I'm just piss eyes staring at him now. Like,
As
Oh, Philly leans over to the others and is like, do you think they're going to kiss?
why don't you lean in, you jerk? No, you try to back away, but you realize you can't. Your body is physically stuck there.
let me go.
No, you let me go.
I'm not fucking holding on to you. Let me go.
What does everybody else do in this moment?
I mean, I'm not super tempted to go be held hostage by myself.
Not really. I'm really enjoying this, actually.
I actually worry that
Can they
Yeah.
see what's happening?
Yeah, they can absolutely see.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Mador, can you ask other Mador whether or not he's trapped in like an alternative universe or
Can I hear them?
Yeah. You could hear your companions.
And we can tell that the reflection isn't just Mador, like it's a weird version of.
do we see
Or does
the
it just
background reflected behind as well? Other Mador?
No, you would essentially just see Mador looking at Mador, like you would see.
Mador.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The reflection of the room that you're currently.
Yeah, that's what I was
Okay,
checking.
yeah,
okay,
sorry.
so it's not
Yeah.
like black and then Mador or
No,
something. Okay.
no.
What if we point one mirror at another
I was just thinking the same thing.
That's as cool.
Please don't do that because I don't know what happens.
And game's over. Russ, you're up.
I'm not asking him anything at all. I'm fucking done with this.
Of course, he's not going to ask me anything. He's an idiot.
Oh,
He
God,
doesn't-
shut
He
up.
doesn't even know most of them.
Well, this is
Can
the
I talk to
challenge.
you through the mirror?
Yes, sure.
Do you want to join our crew?
Wait a second, do you want me to now talk to him? This is confusing.
Well, yeah. Wait, who? Wait.
Who am I?
Yeah.
Can I talk to Mirror Mador? Hello, you seem...
I'm trying to decide if that's how that's supposed to plan out.
I guess
what is the
I guess
side
what I'm
effects
wondering
here?
is like, is that happening inside Mador's head, or is that just like that we can all see that and that's just
You can
way
see
it
the.
is?
Can they see the argument that we're having?
Well, without metagaming, there is supposed to be a way that you guys are able to help if you want to. So I'd imagine, unless it's just Mador struggling, I'm going to say you can't communicate to it though.
She's going to try. Hello, you seem much more delightful.
Your friends sound like idiots.
Well, they are.
Never mind.
So how are you going to do better then? How are you going to get out of this?
What do you mean? I don't want to get out of this.
No.
You want to stay here with me? You're just going to stand here looking at me for the rest of your life. This is typical. This is why your sister did much better than you, and your father doesn't even want to remember you.
Well, he wouldn't remember me when he's dead, isn't he, you fucking idiot?
Well, he is dead. Obviously, we're satisfied about that. Give me a, let's do it as a persuasion check. It sounds like you're trying to, like, almost agree.
5.
5, yeah, no, doesn't work. He's
All right.
like, yeah, we could.
I think maybe someone more agreeable needs to try it.
I'm going to try something here.
Okay.
You wanting to stay here, or do you want to try and leave?
I'm staying here. I've had
Okay.
enough of this fucking place.
Yeah, I'm staying here too.
All right, well, never mind. I'm not going to try my thing.
Ophelia's going to step up to a mirror.
Okay, you stepped up to the mirror as well, and you can see yourself. And as you approach, Philly on the other side just kind of looks you up and down as if you were looking at someone that you were totally unimpressed with. But she's looking at you, and there's some distinct things that she's looking at that you pick up on. It's the things that you dislike about yourself. It's probably, maybe she's dressed a little nicer than you, hair's done up or something, glances over you, looks up and down. She's like, plain old Jane, huh?
Well, you look fancy. Just stay at the estate then.
Obviously. Why would I give all of this up?
Really?
For him. What do you mean? You haven't told him yet.
Yeah, but it's fine. Yeah, how's the estate then?
It's wonderful. Go for a swim every now and then.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Servants are still there.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Good.
Food's been good.
Wonderful.
Better since you left, actually.
Good. Yeah. Well, that doesn't even make sense. We're the same person. What do you mean it's better since I left? Also, I
That's a good question.
I didn't do any of the fucking cooking. I did do a bit of poison in the cooking, though, didn't I?
You did, didn't you?
It was pretty
Well,
fun.
we did.
Well, we did. Right. I forgot you're me.
And same thing as Mador. As you try to like turn around or even communicate with your companions, you realize you're like now engaged with this mirror and can't move away from it. There's like something holding you there. And Mador would start to realize it, that there's something that needs to happen, whether it's like you're either agreeing with each other or you're rejecting what you see. There's like this moment of, how am I supposed to separate from this person that is clearly at opposites to me, but not always. There's this moment of like where we were just like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, we did, that food was good or whatever.
She wants to look at, can she see anything out of the peripheral of her vision, or like it's almost like her eyes are glued to the mirror?
Yeah, it's almost like you have tunnel vision.
So she can't,
now.
okay,
Yeah.
shit.
So Cherie's gonna go up behind Ophelia and she's gonna try to persuade her to like make eye contact and just kind of like look at me for a second.
Interesting. Give me a persuasion check.
Can Bastion, while Cherie and Ophelia are doing this, try and step between the mirror and Ophelia to block her view?
Ooh, I
Of
like
herself?
it.
Yeah.
You may, and give Cherie advantage. Cool.
22
22.
or wrong. That's the wrong. Yeah, sorry.
Just 2.
Well, I got 19 and 8 is 27.
Dice
So
is rolling good.
yeah,
Nice.
that's good.
You
Good dice.
are
I do
able
have
to
that one.
you are able to break her gaze, and she's able to turn her head and see into the rest of the room, but her body is physically unmovable at this stage. But you turn around and see your friends there. What do you say to them?
Just so you know, once you stand in front of a mirror, you're not going to be able to step away.
Good to know.
Can I?
Good to know.
I think we might need to chat with ourselves and figure something out or agree on something. But to be honest, I don't really feel like people hearing all of this necessarily. But I'm also a little bit worried that the mirror person's going to try and pull me in. So maybe like we each choose someone to watch our back, call the others.
It's a good idea.
Okay. Bastion?
Can I just try something here?
Sure.
Bastion's going to try and pick Ophelia up
Yeah.
and just see if like...
And like move her away?
I think it's just like to see if he can like not necessarily in this moment to move her away, but just see if you can like
Is
pick
she
her up.
attached?
Yeah, is she attached to the ground or like?
Well, you're
psychically?
mighty strong.
Yeah, you could pick her up. I'll say that you can like lift her gently off the ground, but you can't pull her
From, like side to side,
further
sort of.
away from the mirror.
Okay.
Without like extra effort. You could. It's almost like imagine a really strong elastic band.
Cool.
Like you feel a bit of give, but like it's gonna take an effort.
Bastion's just gonna like put the immovable rod in front of you, turn it on, be like, hold on to this.
Beautiful.
I mean, this is a pretty good idea, actually. Yeah, and then we bit more privacy. Okay, will you just keep an eye and everyone will step away for...
I will be the trip sitter here for now.
Thanks. Anyone want to go watch Mador?
Nope.
Well, no, not you. You're staying here for me.
Yeah, perfect.
Skooky will go over towards Mador.
Okay.
But he wants to try something.
We're only
Okay.
a mirror apart from each other. I just realized, too. How far apart are these mirrors? Are they pretty close?
They're relatively close. Yeah. Maybe 5 feet apart. But
Okay.
Yeah.
He wants to like step up behind Mador, so he's like looking in the mirror over his shoulder and see if he shows up in Mador's mirror and what his version of himself is in Mador's mirror.
So you step and lean over the shoulder, and Mador, you see Skoogie come up behind other Mador and peek over the shoulder. What does Skoogie's voice sound like again?
It is like a bit kind of broken, and do you want to come up at the end?
Great.
I just pictured Skoogie's now stuck full spoon around Mador.
He's waiting.
Yeah.
The mirror's just like.
I don't know what to say. What do we have here?
But I don't know what he's doing here.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
I'm seeing what this is about.
So?
You
What do you mean, so?
you realize now that you've engaged with this that you can no
no.
longer move, and you were like right up against Mador.
Oh my god, what is wrong with you?
This is. I did not mean to get so close.
Is that your knife?
Well,
Is this
I do not carry a knife.
is this a friend of yours?
Well,
This is
very-
something you normally do.
It's been very friendly right now, isn't he?
Yes, he certainly
We're not
is.
really friends. I just hired him to come on this job with us.
Sure, whatever. What do you want?
I want you to admit that I'm better than you.
Yeah, sure, you're better than me. Let's go.
Do you actually mean that?
Yep.
Does Mador actually mean that?
Yes.
Okay, you may make a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh, Philly still hasn't made eye contact with herself anymore, but because she knows she's going to get trapped and she's howling.
14.
14. You have this moment where the other Mador looks at you unimpressed. He's like, "No, you don't. We both know
whatever.
that you don't." And he like reaches out and pushes you away from the mirror, rejecting you, and you stumble backwards. You're going to take 2d6 psychic damage, 10 points of psychic damage as you get pushed away, and the Mador inside the mirror just turns into like this light beam almost, and just and comes like out of the mirror and just like and gets sucked into the obelisk. Obelisk. I'm saying that right. Obelisk. And now the obelisk is like, and it's like the heat that you felt it before is a little bit stronger now, and kind of like irradiating light from it. Skoogie, however, is still stuck there looking at the mirror.
As if he's spooning. It's like a ghost.
But Mador's no longer there. I suppose Mador was probably still in front of you, so maybe hasn't moved.
Would Skoogie have heard the Mador in the mirror through all of that, or
Yes.
he still would have just heard Mador?
Yeah, I think once you were engaged in the mirror, then yeah.
Okay.
I'm engaged to a mirror.
Wow, that happened quickly.
Well, Dan, what do you have to say to me?
He's so cute.
Same thing I say to everything that we talk about. What do we do next to get this pendant back?
It's destroyed. This isn't even a worry. I don't know.
It's not destroyed. It's just damaged. You know that. All we have to do is go and help Scotty. She'll fix it, and we can continue with the quest. Have you given up again already?
Wait,
Well,
are you Mador?
Shut
right
up.
now? I'm so confused.
I don't think I've given up. I think I'm trying to get out of here to get back to business.
And what kind of business?
To get the pendant. But that doesn't make sense because the pendant
You just told me that it's broken.
It is broken. She broke it.
Who?
Ophelie. Ophelie.
And what are we going to what are we doing with Ophelie? And what are we doing about her if she's the one who broke it?
It wasn't an accident. It was on purpose, but it was to save us.
Do we forgive her?
I don't know if that's important right now.
It is important. It's the only way we can move forward, isn't it? We either have to accept or we have to reject.
Well, forgiving her implies that I'm holding it against her, and I don't know if I am. Am I? You should know.
I think
Do you?
we're trying to make a decision on whether we want to be with Ophelia or we want to be with Skadi.
Well, that's like saying, do you want to be water or do you want to be air?
Which one is it then?
It's both.
What if you can't choose both?
You can always choose both.
And
Right
we can-
now, in the flesh, I'm with Ophi.
So you choose Ophi.
Right now, when I leave this life and go to the afterworld, I choose Skadi.
What about when you go back to the material plane? Who is it then?
I'm confused. This isn't the material plane.
No, where we lived was the material plane.
I guess we see when we get there.
What would change your mind when you get there to make the decision?
If I can complete my mission, then I'm going to be with Skadi.
Make a religion check.
What the hell? Hate religion. Yeah, not too great at it. 20. No, wait, what was that? 15.
Nice. Your mirror image looks at you and gives you a nod of approval. Scotty is the right choice. And your body just like flaps its wings and turns into the light and heads to the obelisk.
Obelisk.
I keep wanting to say obelisk.
Asterix and Obelix.
Obelisk.
And you are released from the mirror. Ophelia,
Philly's not laughing anymore.
you are engaged with
She
the other.
Yeah, she had actually been still watching Skoogie, keeping her eyes off of her reflection.
Yeah.
And now she looks at her reflection.
I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm sure you're going to tell me how you feel about that. We talk about it all the time, don't we, in our head? Which one we're going to choose?
What do you mean which one we're going to choose? Obviously, I'm not choosing Scotty.
I mean, ourselves or Skoogie.
Is that the question?
Is it? Which one do we love more?
That's a stupid question. You know it.
It is a stupid question, which is why we constantly ask ourselves the same one.
She's desperately trying to see in her peripheral and she can't see anything.
Yeah.
While this is going on, I want to go up to Skoogie and just say, did you say her name was Ophelia? I thought he already calls her Ophi.
Ophi? Yeah, Ophelie. That's like it is a song we sang.
Ophelia.
Ophelie. It's like.
What's her last name?
It's just always Ophi.
You're stuck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
stuck. Can
Bastion's right there.
can Ophelia hear any of what's happening around her? Really,
I
or
would
is she?
say I would say reasonably, yeah. Like maybe it's like a bit of a like background tunnel noise, but you could certainly
Totally.
bring it.
So she's looking at it and she's like, "Come on, we've got other things to deal with. You know the answer already. Just move on."
I cast fog cloud on them.
Oh,
So I can't see myself anymore.
I would say no, because it's visual, right?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I walk into the fog cloud.
Okay.
She realizes she can't see and she says, "Skoogie, I choose Skoogie. You know I choose Skoogie. Just move on."
Make me a. When Ophelia says that, not Chelsea's backstory, what does she actually believe, Ophelia, in this moment?
She believes it.
Okay, give me
Yeah.
a persuasion check with advantage.
It's an 11.
11. You are held there for a moment longer. However, you can tell the other Ophilia is forcibly about to break the connection, much like you saw Mador do. However, Mador in person has a moment to react based on what he was doing.
What did you say your last name was?
Am I able to answer? Because I'm doing the
I think
stuff
you
with the
could.
mirror.
I think you could call out because like they can hear you talking.
Could I say it more towards the mirror, even if I'm like in that close vicinity? Because he could talk to the
He
Mador.
could, but the Mador,
Cloud,
you
though.
already engaged in the mirror and
Right.
broke the other mirror. I would say yes if you hadn't talked to the other mirror yet.
Okay.
Yeah. But you could call out to the other mirror and
Mirror,
maybe when
mirror on the wall. Magic mirror on the wall.
you're afraid of him, aren't you?
A bit.
You know who he is.
Yeah.
Why don't you just kill him?
It's not what we do.
He's standing in your way, though.
It's not what we do.
And I can't hear them say that.
No. Well, you can hear what she's saying. It's not what we do.
What are you not doing?
Killing you.
Who are you?
Ooh, I like that you called out killing you in out loud. The mirror image looks at you. She says, "That a girl." And instead of rejecting you, now accepts your choice and just turns into light and fades into the obelisk. And you're released and turn around and are face to face with Mador, but in a fog cloud. So I don't know how well you can see him.
Is Mador pretty? But we're pretty close to
Yeah,
the mirror, so
so-
he's within like right there.
I think so. Mador was like coming up inside.
Yeah, you
the
can
fog
smell that one bad tooth.
cloud. Yeah.
And Bastion and the floating magical rod that somehow defies the orbit of the planet. But we won't talk about that.
Speaking of that, Ophilia is going to disengage the immovable rod.
Okay.
She's going to slam it into Mador's stomach, who's standing between her and the mirror.
Yeah.
She's going to engage it and step back so that he's pushed up against the mirror and he's got the immovable rod there.
Oh, interesting. I
She's
love
used it before. He hasn't. And
Yeah.
she's hoping it'll give her just enough time to step out of the fog cloud.
Okay. I would say yes. I mean, it's a movable rod. Maybe I'll give him a dexterity check, but it's got to be high.
Fine.
Let's say 16 or higher.
That would be a 19.
Ooh, okay. He does slip out. You can have a reaction as she tries to step away.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. You step
Who
away.
are you?
She just keeps backing out of the cloud. She's looking for Bastion and the others.
Okay. I mean, if he didn't react, yeah, you could get out of the fog cloud, and you would see Bastion and well, everybody else standing there.
Immediately, she's looking at Bastion and Cherie, and she's saying, "I didn't kill his dad. It wasn't me. You have to believe me. I didn't kill his dad."
Who is...
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do a insight check on this.
All right.
To see whether or not...
Skoogie's going to walk up to towards Ophilia in her state and just say, Frirsalt, Frirsalt, Frirsalt.
It's a 10, the most uninteresting roll you can get.
Yeah, I would say you're unsure.
Yeah.
Pass without a trace.
You cast that.
Yep.
Okay.
I disappear.
All right. Yeah, Mador in the fog cloud, especially. You guys, he's essentially gone.
You don't even know if I'm in the building anymore. Do I need to roll for anything?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. I'm out.
What's Cherie doing?
She rolled a 2 on the insight for.
Okay. Yeah, you're both. I think there's a little bit of chaos.
It's a
happening.
little too much going.
Like
Yeah.
it's not like combat or that much,
Yeah.
but it's like emotional tension. Everybody's what the fuck is happening right now?
We'll address this later.
What Cherie wouldn't know.
I feel like
Yeah,
that,
two.
especially the first room of like Grayspire, there's like so much like
Tension,
mental
yeah.
tension
Yeah.
going on. Everybody's just like, what is
we walk
happening?
up to
Yeah, I
mirrors
know.
and all of a sudden it's like everyone's.
Bastion's going to just look at, feels like, you're done?
Done.
All right. And he's just going to get up like close to the mirror.
Nice.
What do you
Cherie,
want?
Cherie would back him up.
Okay. Bastion, you see the other Bastion walk out, but he looks significantly stronger than you. And he looks at you and he's like, huh, weak, old. Not that I should be surprised. Still carrying the hat, I see.
That looks good.
Not on you.
Never had a sense for style.
That's true, we never did. But some of us made better choices than the others. And he looks down at your gauntlets. Trying to take a shortcut again, are we?
Quickest path out.
Usually the quickest path to failure. Haven't we learned that in our years?
It wasn't in my normal gut check, and that has failed us a lot of times. One could
Yeah.
say it's trying something different.
Different. To what end?
You and I both know the end game here.
He looks down at your forearm with the child's marking on it. And he stops for a second, looks down at the ground. Yeah. Yeah, we can agree on that. You may make, if you want, unless you're going to keep engaging with it, make a, I don't think it's a persuasion check for this one. No, yeah, it is persuasion. To release yourself from this mirror. You guys have found an agreement.
So Cherie's gonna. She knows that we're kind of going through these sort of little challenges because she's watching.
Yeah.
She's gonna cast bless on myself and Mador.
Nice. Okay. Beautiful.
Mador?
Sorry, Bastion.
Mador, you're bolstered.
Yeah.
You get a little more to put an arrow in Ophili's head.
Sorry, was that with advantage or just a flat roll?
No, yeah, it's with advantage because
Okay,
you guys
sorry.
are in agreement. Yep.
And then bless was plus 4?
D4.
D4. $19.
19. Yeah, you do well. Yeah, you're released if you want to be, but before you go, he looks at you and he's like, we're going to make the right choices for her. Right. That's why we're here.
That's why we're here.
He puts out a fist for like a, like a fist bump.
Bastion does the same.
Touches the glass and then into light and heads to the obelisk. The obelisk now radiating strongly with light. The last mirror is still yet to be interacted with.
Cherie kind of takes a long deep breath. It's just like a, and then she kind of puts her hand on her hip and wanders up to the mirror.
Nice. Same hand on hip. Cherie on the other side comes out towards you, almost as if from a farmland, but fades to the room that you're in. Well, aren't you a sight to see?
It's good to see you too.
I wasn't going to say that.
Fine.
Poisoned anybody else recently? Or have you chosen the people around you that did love you are worth keeping around?
I think the people around me are worth keeping around.
Are you telling yourself that, or do you actually mean it?
Probably just telling myself that.
Yeah. We've done this before. And now we find ourselves in the same predicament. We choose who to love, and we choose who to benefit from it. So, while we stand here and decide who we love and who should benefit, what does that choice look like for you?
I think we just need to get home so we find the love that we're looking for.
You miss him, don't you?
Very much so.
Me too. I've been looking. Is that who we choose then? If we make it back to the material plane.
It's who we choose.
Me too. You may make a persuasion roll with advantage if you would like.
So 13 and 8 is 21.
Nice. Is there anything you want to do before Cherie the mirror disappears?
No, I think you just wink, blow her a kiss, and
Nice.
head out.
Beautiful. The light or the reflection turns to light and disappears and floats over to the obelisk. Remember, everybody that had these moments of interaction were speaking to the mirrors. However, everybody else in the room that was paying attention would have heard the person talking that's in the room this dialect. So you've received insights into other people. Before I get to the next step, what is Mador doing since you have disappeared now for at least a handful of seconds?
Can you quickly describe what the inside of this building looks like?
So the door behind you is completely open to the outside. It was just an archway. And then as you walked in, you have the obelisk dead in front of you. And then you have mirrors on either side. The mirrors are quite tall, a little bit taller than you. Behind them is stones that they're inset to. And then it's sort of a domed stone room.
Would there be up high coves for me to be like kind of chilling in right now? Like if I'd climbed up the wall?
I would say more behind like the stone mirror area where they're inset to. You could probably like climb up and like in almost like their backing. You can.
I remain hidden.
Okay.
But I do call out loud and say, does the name Seamus or Valeria mean anything to you?
No.
No.
Sort of.
Oh fuck.
So they can't see me still.
No.
Yeah. I stay quiet.
Ophelia will, she's going to circle very slowly just where she's standing, and she's going to put she keeps her hatchets in these little like, almost like holsters, and they have little like clasps, and she's going to clasp them. So she's closing them in.
Okay.
And then she's just going to put her hands out, and she's going to say, Amakir. My last name.
In this moment, can Bastion get behind Ophelia so Mador can't shoot her in the back?
Yes. You may position yourself.
Yeah.
Is she facing towards me?
She doesn't
slowly.
know. She doesn't know where you are. So
Right.
I would say, like that room's going to echo a lot. It'd be hard for her to tell the direction that your voice is coming from.
Right.
You could make an intelligence check if you want, Ophelia, to determine.
Ophelia is going to. Ophelia's going to cast message to Mador. And she's going to say, I didn't kill your dad, and I'm willing to talk about what actually happened. Because I know who did.
Only you hear that.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that, and I use the echoes of the room to try to like disorientate where my voice is a little bit more.
Okay.
And
Bastion, I need you to step back.
you killed my fucking father.
Bastion, I need you to step back.
Bastion steps back.
Skoogie knocks an arrow and just is on 6.
Skoogie, did you fucking know?
Do I know what?
She killed my fucking father. You killed my fucking father.
I didn't kill your father. My dad did.
What?
He threw me under the bus too. Anyone have a zone of truth they could borrow? Cherie?
What you fucking mean? Don't be pulling any fucking tricks.
Cherie, do you have zone of truth you can use?
They also noticed at this point that both of my wolves have now appeared behind you. They're flanking you.
Oh, but the bow tie on that one looks so dapper.
Shriek casts darkness.
You see both the wolves go to the mirror. They're like,
Yeah. What are they grappling with? Transported to the obelisk.
Prove it. Prove it you didn't fucking kill him. You killed him.
I'm working on it.
The fuck?
So Cherie is gonna. I mean, she's obviously hearing this. She's gonna say. She's gonna say, Mador. You know, I can get her to tell you the truth,
Do it.
but you need to listen.
I'm fucking listening.
Okay, so she casts Zone of Truth.
all right, centered on Ophelia, I'm guessing.
Maybe
Or does it fill the
dogs?
room? I'm curious.
It's
Well,
a
it's 15 feet.
cone.
Yeah.
Cone. I was
One of the
really
dogs.
hoping-
One of the dogs tells the truth for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of like this bow tie, actually.
Good boy.
Is it a cone? Is it a
No, it's
cone
a
of
zone.
truth? It's a zone. It's
not
a
a cone,
15-foot
Cube square. I think.
square
An
cube.
ice cream cone of truth.
The zone code.
The zone code.
I didn't kill your da. My dad did.
Why? Why did that happen?
Because I found information that there was a very good contract your dad was going to be closing that my dad wanted. I shared it with him thinking that he would intercept it as he had before. And instead he had him killed.
Well, we knew you guys were thieves. We suspected that all along.
Of course.
I didn't think you were fucking murderers.
I didn't think we were either until I was standing on front of a judge in his place after he told them that I was the one who did it.
Away?
Lockpick and a bamf right out of there.
So you haven't atoned to this?
For what? For sharing a shipment? I've absolutely. Your sister almost can't stop closing deals. Your family has done exceptionally well. Well, my family has done terribly, and it was not just luck or their hard work.
Not exactly my problem, is it?
Nope, not exactly my problem though either.
Where is your father?
Back in Versailles.
We get out of this, we go there.
Deal?
Okay.
Cherie drops Stone of Truth.
As you guys come to this agreement, as you know how much tension it has regardless, you hear this sound that is like cracking ice, and you look over and you see the obelisk has fracture lines that race through it. And it starts to split apart, revealing a stairway that now descends down further into this what's called dungeon.
Can I check for footprints?
You may.
And traps.
Give me a survival check.
And so Cherie is going to just kind of point out, she's just going to point out to everybody that we should probably be looking for the other dwarves that kind of went down this way. So
Okay.
can I roll with advantage in order to see for survival? If everybody's looking?
Yeah, Bastion will help out.
Yeah, sure. If they're
Yeah,
going to
I'll
help,
help
then you
out.
can roll with advantage.
Cool.
Oh, I got a 1. I'm too mad.
Don't run. So what is it? Survival 12.
12. Yeah, faintly. Hard to tell if it's your footsteps or someone else's.
Okay.
Yeah.
While that happens as well, I just look at you and say, you, Cheryl, or whatever your name is. Does that spell work? Is it real?
Does what spell work?
This is the truth thing.
The Zone of Truth?
I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, it works. That's why it's the Zone of Truth.
Oh.
Would I lie to you?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Try
okay.
casting Zone of Truth and
Cast it on yourself.
on yourself, and then talk about the spell.
No, I don't think I'm going to do that. It's a bad idea.
I mean, we could always cast it on Mador, see what he has to say.
I don't want to hear
think-
what he has to say.
I don't think Mador lies that much.
Nope. Unfortunately, quite truthful.
Ophelia caught part of Bastion's conversation.
Yep.
And she goes over there and Bastion's a fairly tall individual and she's a fairly petite one, but she shoves a finger in his chest anyway and goes, "You've got someone to go home to. Enough taking fucking arrows for other people." And she just like storms off.
I have no one to go home to.
Did you say that loud enough for her to hear?
I think it would be under his breath. But yeah, I think it would be at that point, like, just like, I got no one.
Ophelia pauses and then keeps walking away because she doesn't really know what to do with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to start heading down the stairs?
Down the stairs.
Down the stairs.
You emerge into a hexagonal chamber, 6 archways encircling you. Each are identical in shape, but not in truth. A humming logic cube floats midair in the center of a room, its faces shifting like a Rubik's Cube's puzzle made of glass and light. As the group of you step into the room, you hear a voice echo in your heads, not out loud. It says, "Trust only 2. Beware the one."
I saw a scroll in the YouTube about how to solve these things. There's an algorithm. The YouTube is a tube that has parchment in it.
Can you repeat that? Sorry. Trust only two.
Trust only two and beware the one.
What do we think that means?
So you have these archways in front of you, clearly doorways. You would assume that you need to pass through one of them, but you are uncertain as to which. I'll give you a hint that the cube is very likely not a key, but an answer.
Philly will go over and examine the cube.
It shifts and moves as you approach it, and almost seems to interact with you in a way. As you approach it, you realize that you can modify or interact with it.
Okay. She reaches out to touch it.
Okay. What are you hoping to do?
I think she wants to see how it changes just by her touching it.
Sure. You grab it and touch it, and it freezes in place, but you can feel it trying to like shift and move in a variety of directions.
Okay, and what does she see? Like, is there something to put together? Is there a puzzle that's really clear? You know what I mean? Like with a Rubik's Cube, where you know that you're trying to make all the sides red.
Yeah. So as you spin it around in your hand and it's trying to shift, you get a couple different senses from it. One is sort of like almost like a breeze with a hum, like a wind. The other is like, what would you call that? Like ozone, the smell of rain. The other feels quite cold, or a cold draft. One is a bit of a shimmer. The other gives off a warm radiance. And finally, one face feels totally dead. It's silent and black. As you interact with it, give me an Arcana check.
That's going to be an 8.
An 8. The cube flies from your hands and starts to spin. As it does, you can't help but look at it, and you just have this moment of like overwhelming thought. It's like your mind's racing, but then rates faster and faster and faster to the point that like you're essentially having a panic attack, and you take 6 points of psychic damage and 1 point of insanity. I need you to roll me a d6 to see what your insanity is.
6.
6, you feel watched. Every wisdom/perception check involves glancing over your shoulder nervously. In certain situations, this will be at disadvantage.
Seems appropriate.
Yeah.
Wow, the dice really tell a story.
Yeah.
All right.
The cube now back in the air, shifting and moving around.
I think Ophili's backing up, and then she's gonna probably go like try and get her back to a wall right now.
Okay.
She's probably just starting to come down a little bit from that panic attacky feeling, but she's now feeling very exposed.
As you move away from the cube and past these doorways, some of these archways to get to the corner of the room, give me a perception check.
And there was something to perception. Was it a disadvantage?
Only in certain situations.
Okay. It's going to be a 23.
23. As you walk past the few that you pass, you realize that they radiate the things that you saw on that cube or felt on that cube. So some of them might smell like rain. The other one's maybe radiating heat, and the other one is silent.
There's things on the cubes, and they match the doors from the way they feel. They feel stuff, and the cube feels stuff, and they all match. Perfect. Okay, someone do something about that.
Cool.
So dumb.
Bastion does not do magic per se.
Yeah, like -1 intelligence.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, -1 charisma.
Wow.
Wow.
Would have never
No,
guessed.
that I
Weird.
would
I would
have
never guess that.
Shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How annoying would it be if he was actually like really good at charisma and constantly rolling like good charisma rolls with that?
Cool.
Cool.
What do you think, Skoogie? Want to give her a go?
Hey-o.
It says to trust 2.
Well,
No, it's
Not
just
her.
trust 2, beware 1.
yeah. We could go grab the cube there and see what happens.
Roll it like a dice.
Yeah, just kick it around like a soccer ball.
I'll try if you try.
Well, you go first.
Okay. Skoogie will walk up to the cube and I'm just gonna give it a poke first to see.
All right. Give me an Arcana check as you do.
My Arcana-y? I don't think I'm very No, I'm really not. Oh shit. 11.
Oh boy. You get pushed back as the cube spins. Same thing as Ophelia. You take 9 points of psychic damage and a point of insanity. I need you to roll me that
D6.
D6.
Oh yeah, touching that thing make me a bit crazy.
She said paranoidly.
A 5.
5. You forget a companion's name and insist on a new one that feels right, in quotes. Who is it and what is their new name?
It's gonna be Ophi.
What happened?
And her new nickname is Beige.
Beige. Beautiful. Yeah.
Beautiful beige.
Beautiful beige. All right.
You good, Skoogie?
Oh yes, it's fine, Beige.
Sorry, what?
Sherry, be careful with that thing. How you handle it. I said everything is fine, Beige.
Why beige?
What?
Why beige?
It's your name?
No, it's not. It's Ophelia. Ophi.
Who?
The name's Ophelia.
See? Even fucking Maidor's got it now.
Well, I mean, like maybe that's what your parents say, but it's Beige.
Right.
Yes, your parents.
Yes, my parents.
So Cherie is going to go up to... She's going to actually drink her potion.
Okay.
Just getting a little
The one that we
buffer.
talked about there about 3 minutes ago? Yeah, cool.
So you
Great
have-
idea.
You start the hour clock.
Yep.
Okay.
She's going to grab onto this thing.
Okay. Give me an Arcana check.
Is that with advantage or is that straight roll?
Straight roll.
15 and 2.
Beautiful.
17.
You interact with the cube, and its faces and lights start to change on it and hovers back into the air and then seems to focus on 3 faces. And everybody hears, again, in their heads, 3 distinct sentences. The first is, "Only the ark, where no sound stirs, bears truth." The second is, "The doorway that hums with wind will lead you astray." And the third, "Follow the scent of storm and your path is sure."
Sorry, can you repeat that last one, please?
Follow the scent of storm and your path is sure.
And so originally, we as Cherie would have heard 2 are true and 1 is false.
Correct. So they are only the arch where no sound stirs bears truth. The doorway that hums with wind will lead you astray, and follow the scent of a storm and your path is sure.
That was wind astray.
The follow the scent of storm and your path is sure. Oh, sorry. The second one is the doorway that hums with wind will lead you astray. So for the doors, just if you guys are writing it down to make it easier, we'll do A, B, C, D, E, F for the doors. So A will equal wind, B will equal rain, C will equal cold, D will equal shimmer, E will equal warm, and F will equal silent. Just to be helpful.
I
Appreciate
totally was fast enough to write all that.
So we got A is wind, B is rain, C is cold, D is shimmer, E is warm, and P is, or F is silent.
Yeah.
Best only 2, beware the 1.
So Cherie is going to be like, we're on the clock now.
Yeah.
We gotta
with
go.
with the insanity.
Yeah, we gotta-
Well,
we
for
gotta-
you anyway.
She's got to go.
What happens if I send one of my wolves through the door?
I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, I choose. I kind of choose my purple dog,
Okay.
and I'm going to send him through the rain door.
All right. You send Purple Dog through the rain door, which gets thrown back after taking 8 points of psychic damage.
Just the dog.
Just the dog.
For clarification, was this Shangar or Irith?
That would have been Irith.
I think Irith had the bow tie. Bastion's visibly upset.
I mean, I forget which ones they are anyway. It doesn't
that's
really
right.
However, you notice that your dog didn't make through this doorway, and that one was the one with, you said rain, right?
Rain, yeah.
Yeah, and your dog was thrown out.
So it didn't make it through.
Exactly.
We know that. So I can eliminate a couple of doors here, maybe. If this is how this works.
Yeah, let's give it a go. Let's keep.
Taking the brute force approach, which was, soldiering.
Which letter was that?
B.
Oh, sorry, B. Yeah.
Yeah.
So B didn't work. I'm going to send my other dog through the silent door.
The silent door. Your dog disappears.
I run after it.
You disappear.
I feel like maybe we should send Albert into a couple of doors first. I just worry he's just falling into nothing forever.
You should try and get it back from the silent door. Maybe.
Just not just run into it.
Actually, she's going to do exactly that. She's going to instruct Albert to fly through and fly straight back through.
Okay.
Yeah. So Albert goes, and she'll look through his eyes. So she'll reach out to hold Skoogie's arm, and her eyes just white out, so
Okay.
she can't hear anything around her right now.
Okay. Your bird flies through, or owl flies through that door, and you see a large crystal amphitheater, almost. Big cavern. You turn around and fly back.
Did I see Mador?
Yes, and a wolf.
There's a crystal amphitheater thingy in there.
Perfect.
Not that one.
You should try the wind one first for a second.
Try a few others.
Should we try a couple of other? Okay,
Just try wind. Wind was
Albert, same thing. Wind.
Albert
He's gonna try and fly in, and
takes 10 points of psychic damage that gets thrown back out.
Albert dies.
Oh, sorry, we broke your owl.
It's all right. I'll start summoning him back, and she starts find familiar right away. Watch this. Ready? Oh, owl behind your ear.
Oh, it's like Tasha's trick.
Wait, Tash or Skoogie?
Yeah, Skoogie has so many birds. Skoogie, give her a bird.
Cool. Yeah, I've cast find familiar.
Okay.
All right. So maybe we just go through the nothingness then.
All right.
All right. Does everybody walk through that door?
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess so.
All right.
You all die and you wake up on the bridge.
No.
You
to save spot.
step into an amphitheater of crystal and shadow. Mirror faces line the walls, watching their mouths opening and closing in silent rhythm. Before you stretches an impossible chasm filled with dense, swirling fog that seems to drink in light and sound. Beyond the mist, you can barely make out a distant platform, but the way forward remains hidden. A voice again is heard and whispered into your head. Speak carefully. Thoughts given form. Only through shared intention may the path emerge. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Adventurers, grab your weapons. But first, kiss your kin.